All right, here now to share. And there's a reason for everything. How do I share? There we go. All right, so we're gonna get back over here. This is guys where you're gonna end up. So you guys go through the sea, dashing away. This Kraken takes the fin, and this fin might be about 20, 30 feet apart. You guys can't really take, and it takes it and swooshes it back out of this plane. And I need Madeline to give me an Arcana check of 19 to try to figure out where you are. You're the only one who's spent a significant amount of time reading books that you might have heard about this place.
Ooh, I think I might have hit it. I rolled a natural 15 plus Arcana 20. Dirty 20.
All right. You've heard of this place referred to as the Astral Sea, a place where up is not up, down is not down. It's a place between places. You use it to transmit yourself and others to other places. And it thinks in your head like, this must be the doorway. This must be the path to this place where I must be able to redeem myself. And that's what you're thinking in your head right now. You're not having enough time to really get this out before next thing you know, this whale beaches up onto this into the center where you guys see the rainbow is right now. You guys see that broken let's see, the ladder on the right side, and there's one on the north and one on the south side.
Mm-hmm.
So the whale breaches up right there from the rainbow, and you guys get let off right over there. You just see a massive amount of blood just flowing out of this thing before it just falls back in and disappears out of your guys' sight. You guys are breathing heavy. But that's what's happening right now. What do you guys want to do before we move on to the next step?
Jesus fucking.
You want to take 5 minutes before? So
you guys are still in the water. The ladders are down there, so if you're taking 5 minutes, you're taking 5 minutes in the water.
No. I mean, for Jack, she had to step away.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Check the chat.
All right, good. I'll get time to just.
Yeah, the best I was gonna say is we'll climb the fuck up onto some solid land and just catch our breath of, fucking hell.
All right, as you guys climb up, I'll put up what you guys see.
That's some bullshit.
I found a starfish.
The fuck are you talking about? I mean,
Just throws
course,
up a starfish.
we found the creature of the sea. This is good. It's good. Jesus fucking Christ. This is.
Is Madeline still close enough to Alexander since she got transported with him to hear the slip and tongue?
So, wait, what? Hear exactly what?
So Madeline misty stepped to Alexander, and Alexander was holding her as they fell, and then they got stuck to the fin together.
Yeah. You guys are all right now. You guys would be, like right here. So you guys are very close to each other. You guys, if you guys need to talk, you guys can clearly talk. You just guys can't see what's happening on top of the rocks unless you guys go up. That's literally what's happening right now.
Yes, but from an RP standpoint, I'm just wondering if I heard Alexander's voice change and that small thing where he was talking to himself.
Were you talking out loud at Alexander or not?
Yeah, I was talking out loud, getting my bearings.
All right, so yeah, you would have heard it.
Was that your voice just now?
What was my voice? What are we talking about?
The other voice. It sounded different.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you doing some sort of strange accent?
Yeah, he was. Maybe I don't know. I took a hard hit. Maybe.
I think the stress of the whole situation is just making you hear things a little bit. I know all of us are a little bit rocked around right now.
Okay, maybe.
Can I roll an insight just to see if he's hiding something?
So the air right now is absolutely beautiful. It's very tropical, and the waterfall is drowning out much of the sounds of the animals in the background, but you definitely can hear each other right now, okay?
Yeah. Can I roll an insight to see if there's something up with him?
Oh, yes, you definitely can. And if you want to try to hide it, Alexander, roll deception.
Don't worry, I did.
It's an 8.
I doubt it. What did you
Everything's
get?
fine.
Yeah.
He's all good. What are you talking about? You must have bumped your head.
Yep.
I guess. It
All right,
just
so
sounded different.
Yeah, it's
And-
probably just all in your mind.
You're fine.
all right, so Alexander, you said Kazani, because you just came back. You guys all fell in the water. Were you guys A's for Alexander, J's for Jaeger, M for Madeline, K's for Kazani? Alexander was going to try to jump up.
Oh, I have to move the thing over. Okay.
Yeah, just going to try to jump up to climb up on the north or south one, just so I know.
I'll say just because I see it's connected the south side.
The south side. Okay.
Yeah.
Just make me a quick athletics check to try to see if you could jump out of this.
Well, again, I have my hood pulled up, so I take my extra little, the same I did on the boat, down a little bit and then up to launch myself to make it easier.
Advantage.
All right, I'll put that one aside. Okay, you said acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. Athletics to jump up.
Athletics. 19.
19? Oh, you easily does. And as you go up, make me a perception check.
Okay. Jesus Christ, that rolled around a lot. 14.
14. Yep, that's more enough. All right, where I'm going to show you right now. You see a figure. Horns, about 2 inches high, tilted to the right. His body has a long tail, and he is stone. It almost looks like a stone statue. Right over there. And, sorry, why can't I erase?
Mm.
There we go. There we go.
Oh.
So everybody see the diamond? Right there, you see a figure encased in stone with horns and a tail, all right?
Okay.
All right, next to that figure, you see oh, D&D Beyond, why do you fail me?
Mm.
They closed down. No, the tab I was cut open, closed, which kind of screwed things. All right, there we go. You see a creature. Oh my fucking God, stop closing the tab.
You see a creature who's closing his tab.
You see a creature. No, you don't. Yes,
You
I
see
do.
a
No, you don't.
creature with a long snake-type tail, a tongue. It splits in half, has jagged feathers on his head, red. It has wings. Ah, ah, ah. You couldn't hear it before because you were really focusing on your friends in this waterfall. It just seems to want to peck at this thing that has turned to stone. It looks like it's ready to attack and bite at the stone creature.
I'm just lowering.
Right here.
Jaeger's gonna climb up the ladder and just be like, "Whoa, what's this?"
Okay. Do you guys see that red little spot right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. And you also see another creature. It's bony in shape. It looks slimy, like a slug is the closest thing you could ever think of to actually represent it. It has bones all over the backside of its body. It just looks huge and ugly. It's pretty damn large. And it stands in your path to the stony figure right here. Let me show you. And let's draw. As a large creature, it takes up.
Large would be 2 by 2.
Yep, takes up right there. So you just couldn't see it from down below. And I will, so everybody, I will make a stealth check for me, Alexander. I will determine if they would have noticed you jump up.
Oh, shit.
Not bad for you. 17.
No, the big bony creature does not notice you, or the other creature is still focused on pecking at this little stone creature right now. They both don't notice it. You're hanging off the bottom of that rope. What do you want to do?
So like I said, I climb myself up a little, slowly start unfurling again. I guess gather up and then unfurl the silk rope again to drape it down so people can climb, and just look down at them and give the finger over the lips of like, shut the fuck up when you climb. Please, quiet.
As soon as I
I'll
see him
go
do
up.
that, I would. Oh,
I will go up first quickly.
Alright. So who's going behind Kazani?
I'll go because I was gonna say as soon as he shows like the whisper thing, I'm gonna be like, oh, what's this? And then just like start climbing.
Are you guys going to do stealthy, or are you guys going to just go right up?
I'll do
stealth.
stealthy.
Okay, so all the three of you roll the stealth check to see how stealth you guys are able to climb up to the top here, and I'll position
15?
you guys. 15.
Oh, you
No.
fucking A
Maybe
and a
mistake here.
half. Fucking A and a half.
You see here, we've got the wild bone slug and a deadly red chicken.
Jaeger, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I might have hit my head a little bit too hard.
Probably looks like it. We should take it nice and slow.
So Jaeger, I'm gonna put you right about here as you came up first. Madeline, what did you roll?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. I'm sorry, Kazani, I didn't hear you.
As you would say in French, wheat. I got 8.
8. Okay. All right.
Not
We're
a
all fine. We're all fine. Mug, well, I'm here to fuck shit up.
As a group, as you guys going up, Kazani going second. Kazani breaks off a piece of the wood.
yeah.
Luckily, you didn't hit anybody down there, but as a group, you guys are overall stealthy enough to actually not get the attention of any of these
Oh,
creatures.
thank goodness.
So everybody's up top right now. It's not in the initiative. You see this big slug-type creature with bones all over his back. You see this creature encased in stone, and you also see the closest thing you guys could ever think of is a rooster pecking at a stone figure. What do you guys want to do? And you guys got one turn of, what is this called? Surprise round. Yeah, one surprise round right now. I'll put everybody up.
Well, I am going to, first and foremost, as I stand there, have both blades drawn. Take that slow moment of, okay, are we doing this? We're doing this, okay. And I will wait for the other initiative to see what I do, because I have a few options I could do.
Real quick, are these beasts?
No, they're not.
Fuck!
They're not beasts. Everybody roll initiative and we'll get you stuff. I forgot that. Yeah, roll initiative so I know who goes first in the stuff round.
Damn. I was gonna start doing like the whole Tarzan thing.
Not me. Okay, good. That's actually a good thing.
19.
You'd be happy to know they rolled like shit.
Well, so you know, have rolled an 8.
22.
22. Madeline?
No, Williams, you're staying. Oh, no, you're staying because you're nice and warm.
It should be good if Kazana leaves any daggers inside of them. It could work out for our benefit.
I could shoot some arrows at them if you want.
That works as well, as long as there's some metal in them.
Whenever you could tell me, Kim, just let me know, because I just can't hear you. And if you guys want to see what the creature looks like, go ahead into Discord, and I will post it into chat. I'm in Discord, and you can see what the big worm creature
That's
looks
not
like.
a beast?
That's not a beast. That's not a beast.
Yeah, no, that's not something I want to step on as a child.
And then
God.
that's the chicken
Crunchy.
All right, so Madeline, what did you say?
Crunchy.
Yuck. I got a 5.
5? Okay.
Beaky, you're a fucking asshole.
All right, so let's get this underway. So Kazani, you're up first. You are, the squares are correct. That's how far you are. You're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 60 feet away from the creature.
Well, I'm going to take my kitty. I'm going to pull it back and use my cat as a short bow.
Cat machine gun.
All right.
All right, so let me roll for my short bow. Hold on, I'm getting her to sit down. All right. Oh, don't give me a pissy tail. That's cocked. Fuck you. 7.
7 at which one?
The big orange thing.
All right, so this bony type of worm slug thing, you shoot at it, goes wide. Do you want to move anywhere?
I'm gonna regret this, but bonus action, step of the wind. I'm going to hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. I want to be where it's the next 4 squares for the top left corner of those 4 squares.
Okay.
With the step of the wind.
All right. Off the next rock area?
Right where you just put the eraser right there.
Okay. Oh yeah, in fact, you guys see me. Right here?
Next one over.
It's right here.
There, yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do to make my life a little easier, I'll give you guys all a symbol. So the symbol will be for Kazani. I'll just put it by your name right down there so you know. The heart will be Jaeger.
Yeah.
Red heart. We'll do the star for Madeline. Right there, and we'll do the X hits as a bard for Alexander, and X is gonna be red too. Okay, so Alexander, no, Jaeger, you're up next.
All right.
I'm sorry. Wait, let's go back real quick. You have advantage, Kazani, because it was a surprise round.
Yeah, I screwed up on my arrow shot, but I moved over in position.
No, I'm saying, did you roll to with advantage to attack?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, surprise round. You're hitting, so you have advantage.
15. Would that have hit?
Yes, that does hit. So
okay.
I don't want you to miss out on that.
Okay.
We'll get right back to you, Jaeger. You can think what you want to do.
That's 6 points of damage.
All right, so you reach out and what was this? Was it your arrow, right?
It was my short bow. Your
short bow, you take a shot, it's on point. So 6 points of damage. Definitely it hits and the arrow just stuck to its back.
Yeah, and I move over with step of the wind to that spot.
All right, Jaeger, your turn.
All right.
And you have advantage?
Yeah. I want to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 30. Just pretty much 30 to where I'm on the bridge.
Okay, so we're in the bridge. So, okay, you're right here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'll put you right over there with the heart. As you go to the bridge and those 3 spots, make me a dexterity save just to see if you are able to stay onto the Kraken and the old tricky bridge.
9?
9 is not enough. You fall through into the water, making a big old splash.
Fuck.
So the only reason I didn't do that for you is because I completely forgot about that. So I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity save too. Kazani, going back, I'm still doing it. I have it written down, but Kazani, please make that for me as well. To be fair, I just kind of forgot to do it for you.
Yeah.
So you're in the water. We'll say wash you out over there.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
22.
Yeah, you're fine. So yeah, you go splash into the water. You know where the creature is, and you still have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You still have 5 more feet of movement anywhere in the water right now. What do you want to do? If you move 5 feet up, you could get an angle at the head of the creature, okay?
Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I swim back towards the ladder?
Yes, you can. But you only have 5 more feet of movement, and because you're in water, it's considered difficult terrain. So that's actually cut unless you have a swimming speed.
I mean, can I dash towards it or?
Yes, you can, which would give you 5, 10, 15, which would almost get you there this turn.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so you get right over there. So you'll see that this world is not everything as simple as it seems. All right, next up. Well, you didn't waste you still surprise round. Okay, it's going to be Alexander. It's your turn. You clearly saw what happened on that area, so you see that there's a big hole, and I'll mark it. But what do you want to do with your turn?
Well, I was going to run up and start attacking it myself, but seeing that makes my plans a little bit more difficult. So instead, I will get up to the bridge, getting the distance, and to make our monk friend life a little bit easier, I will sit there and call out to it, and call it the ugliest fucking mollusk I've ever seen, and cast a vicious mockery.
Okay, so the white square is where the bridge broke through and Jaeger fell through. All right.
Yeah, I'm not going on I'm not trying to go on the bridge to fall through myself.
Just at the edge.
Okay, yeah. I'm just letting you know that's where he fell through, and you guys see what's there. So those planks that are broken, you guys could expect that. Just an intelligence check at this point that you would need to probably make a saving throw to see if you're able to, or athletics or acrobatics check to get across.
Son of a bitch! There's a monstrosity fucking thing for the monster hunter.
Don't worry.
Slayer.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Fuck! I didn't think there was, so I picked beast.
Well, hey, it just means that once you hit
level
like
up 5.
fifth level, then you just pick monstrosities as your second favorite enemy.
Yeah,
God damn it!
That's why I didn't make you change it, and I thought you would have picked up on it as the thing is Deck of Many Monstrosity as the campaign name.
I didn't think because I didn't see monstrosities when I was building them. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, you know why? Because you didn't join the campaign where my stuff was in.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's expanded
make
content.
The character and then instantly make it, name it, and then do your points, and then join her campaign to get everything for the rest of the build. All right, so Vicious Mockery, what's the save on that, please?
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, that's a sorry. That is a 13 wisdom.
All right. Does the creature need to hear you or understand you?
Not understand me, just hear me.
This creature, yes, I will say this creature has ears. It doesn't show it in the picture, but I would assume so.
I mean,
So,
it could have like those
as long as it's not
ears.
actually put in like it's deafened in the description.
Okay.
It can hear you.
For all we know, those tiny little things that with a mustache on it could be its ears.
Exactly.
Oh my god, it has horrible wisdom, but I rolled an 18 and it's still with the negatives, it still passed. So
what the fuck?
Okay, fun fact. Slugs and snails do not have ears and nose like we do, but they can still smell and detect some sound through vibration.
So if we threw some salt on this thing, would it die?
We can only hope.
Well, look at the picture. Everything sticks to it. But yeah, that's your turn right there. Unless you want to try to move across.
Yes, with that, just a little bit of a frustrated moment, and I'll be like,
all right,
screw it, my good. You yell over to the monk. Do not get hit. You can do this. And that's a bardic inspiration for you.
Yeah.
So I'll put a little B next to you. I'll put a little question mark next to you to remind you of.
I have it. I marked it on my sheet.
Cool. All right, Madeline, it's now your turn. You see everything everybody else has seen. It's still a surprise round, so you still have advantage on any range attacks or spell attacks you make or close range attacks.
Fuck it up.
Considering the weaknesses that I have to this particular creature right now, I'm just going to limp over and help Jaeger come back up, if possible, with my action.
There's currently no. Okay, if you want to use your help action to help him get up, I will allow him. You will basically reach over and hold your hand down, giving you the chance to help him once he gets it. He does. I'll allow him not to have to make the athletics check to jump up to make it up. You want to do that?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That sounds like action. I will just move you over for that. So now we'll have the real turns begin. All right. So now that we're out of surprise round. So just if I remember correctly, for everybody else out detail, when surprise rounds happen, then we're back at the top of the initiative, right?
Yeah, so basically surprise round is, it goes with initiative as normal. It just, whenever it comes up to the monster's initiative, they take no actions at all, and it just skips them.
Okay, cool. So now we're back up to Kazani. You have Bardic Inspiration. You're next to this big, giant, squishy, ugly worm. What do you want to do?
I want to bring out my quarterstaff two-handed and try to hit at this thing.
All right, go ahead.
Pop.
Yeah, I can only do one pop.
Well,
so,
pop and then a bonus action pop.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Bonus action. Oh, that's unarmed strike, so yeah. So,
well, yeah, you can do bonus action unarmed strike. Yeah.
and I like this. Algi parry. If you make an unarmed strike as part of your attack action on your turn, and you're holding a 10-2 weapon, you gain a +2 bonus to your AC until the start of your next turn.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'll do that. So
So is your quarterstaff marked as your Kenshi weapon?
Yes, it is for her.
yeah.
Okay.
Blackjack.
So 21, that definitely hits for this big worm.
Wormy worm.
Worm.
Worm. Worm.
Where?
Worm. Worm. Worm.
Worm.
Worm. Worm. Worm.
Where?
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 So do your
Wow.
damage.
Oh, you want to come up? You want to come
Wow.
over here?
No, I'm Dr. Word.
Wow.
I got an 8. No, sorry, I got a 5.
5 for damage?
5 for damage. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna do the unarmed.
Wait. So you go up to it, pow! You start freaking the fuck out. You've stuck to the creature. You're now grappled by the creature instantly by touching it, and you will need to do an opposing grapple check to escape. What's your bonus action?
Fuck, I gotta fall
you
through
still
with
attack.
it.
You still attack, but you're grappled by it.
I know.
I thought it was your staff. Couldn't you just let go of the staff?
No, she did unarmed strike.
No,
No,
I
she hit
did
with the
staff.
staff.
Staff first.
Then what does it say for that?
It's a two-handed, so
no,
the
no.
one hand is stuck with my staff in it, but I still have a free hand.
Going back to your Kinsai weapon for the AC, didn't you say when you did an unarmed strike to get the bonus in AC?
She
Yeah,
was going to do an because it's staff strike, and then was going to be a bonus action unarmed
strike, and then that's where
and it just says when you in your turn, if you do an unarmed strike, it goes to 2 AC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was meant to do was, for clarification, hit with my quarterstaff two-handed. That's where the 8 point. I rolled D8.
Yeah.
So one hand of my with the staff should be stuck in the creature, but I should be able to still do a one-handed punch at it at the same time.
All right. So what I'll say is that the staff is now stuck to the creature. Your hand isn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what will basically happen. So
All right.
you get so now if you want to punch, you see. So what I'm trying to say to you, you smack with the staff is there. If you want to punch it with your bonus,
Yeah, because that's what I said I was gonna do. So I'm gonna follow through with the action.
Okay. Both hit.
It's kind of like in the moment.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know the picture of what's happening.
Yeah. So 15 to hit.
That hits.
So that's also 5 points of damage. So now I am completely stuck in this creature. Yay!
Yeah, so your staff is stuck to it, and you are stuck to it. He uses a skill code.
No, I'm gonna say both hands are stuck because, like I said, I was holding one end of the staff two-handed, so one hand's in and this hand.
So as the grapple condition, it's the same way of you know how to escape. Your speed becomes 0, but you still got to attack and everything else. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's your turn. Now, Jaeger, you've just seen. Oh no, you couldn't see this from your angle, so you want to try to get up, right?
Yep.
So easily enough, 5'10", you're easily able to get over there. Madeline being able to help you. With your movement, you'll be able to get right back up. And I'll put the space you're going to be at. You have no trouble. I'm not even going to make you roll with Madeline's help. So you'll get right there. That's as far as you could get with everything, unless you want to use dash to move farther. So you turn. What do you want to do now?
Where am I again? Which heart?
You're the heart. You're the heart.
I'm that one? Okay.
You're the heart.
Yeah, I'll use dash.
So, are you trying to get over there towards the creature?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you move across, the first 2 broken planks is fine. They hold up. You see that open spot. You easily with your movement speed. Let me see. Actually, 5, 10. Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. Yeah, you'll easily be able to jump over that and reach safely. You won't even have to roll or anything. So you jump over the broken spot and you're right there. So that's all you're gonna do with your turn.
Do I have a bonus action still? I forget.
Yeah, you have a bonus action every turn.
Okay. Gonna use Slayer's Prey and designate it on Death Snail over there.
Okay. And can you let me know what that does? Because I don't know.
As a bonus action, you designate one creature you can see within 60 feet, and the first time each turn that you hit that target with an attack with a weapon attack, it takes an extra 1d6 damage. This benefit lasts until you finish a short or long rest,
or if you designate a different creature.
Oh
Right.
God!
No.
And you also still have Hunter's Mark up,
Yep.
so you could
Oh yeah,
use
that
that
reminds
next
me.
turn.
Yeah,
Well,
so should Hunter's Mark?
the Hunter's Mark was on the juvenile snake. I don't know how long, if you can move that concentration.
Hunter's Mark lasts for an hour, and it's a bonus action to move it.
But not only that, Hunter's Mark automatically ends once it's dead. And the juvenile
No,
is
it
smashed
moves
against
to
the
a
rock.
different. It moves to a different target
As
if
long
it
as
drops
the
to 0.
spell is
and
activated.
It's basically Hex, where you maintain concentration, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can move this. You can move Hunter's Mark over because you haven't gotten any damage. So since you've used Hunter Mark, so you can move Hunter's Mark over to this creature as well. But remember, you can't be constant. I don't know if both of these things are concentrations. Are they?
Slayer's Prey is just
Ability.
kind of a bonus action.
Oh,
It's
yeah. You could both.
I just realized how busted that is.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
didn't
good.
even fucking think of it.
That's
Yeah.
really fucking good, actually. Holy
cool.
crap!
And yeah, I guess then I mean they're both bonus actions, so I can't do both on one turn.
Yeah, you
So
can't. You can't
next
do both
turn.
at the same time.
Next turn, it's going down.
All right. So next up is going to be this creature that you see over here in the red. It sees all of you, and it looks very upset. So.
No,
10,
it's
15,
busy. Fuck off.
20,
It doesn't need
25,
to.
30, 35, 40, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it goes up in the air, it flaps its wing, flies over 40 feet over to here. I'll just mark it real quick, and then it's going to move another 20 feet because I'm combining flight and their movement speeds together, because I did check the DMG. You can do that. Unless it's for spells that limits that. Draw. Let's just draw this and make it red. So it flies right here. And now it's going to rush another 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. It's got right here. And it's over there. And it's just at you guys. And that's all it does on its turn.
No, fuck that thing. No, go away. No, we don't need it. No.
Yep. And then after that, it's going to be Alexander. You see all this.
Well, I do need to eventually make my approach. So.
Does he see I'm stuck?
No, he would not. Actually, he would not from your side. This creature is large. The creature that you're stuck to is a pretty big creature, and you're on the opposite side. It's got the commotion of Jaeger falling into the water, and the vicious mockery being yelled out by Alexander.
I will do my best to make my way across the bridge.
Okay, so once again, easy enough. 5, 10, 15, 20. You're able to jump over that. 25, 30. Once you the place you could get to is right here, and you're gonna have to give me, because you're not jumping over it. Would you actually stand on that broken plank, or would you stop right before that? The one
I would.
Like, it's not hidden, but it's up to you.
Yeah, no, I know, that's the thing. Because I also want to get over there, because my whole thing is getting in. So.
25.
No, I'll go
you can try to jump over, though. Actually, I was counting wrong. You could try to jump over it.
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Okay. So this is going to be athletics for jumping. The DC is only 12. It's not that difficult to just jump over 5 feet.
Okay, good. So then that is 18 total.
Yeah, this is easy enough just to quickly jump over it, because you're not sure. It's a little shaky as you try to make a run, because you just jumped over the one that you already knew about it. This one's a little more tricky. You're like, okay, you jumped over again. You're fine right there. And once you make it once, you won't have to do the check again. All right, so you're right there, and now you're within 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet off the big-ass sluggish snail bone creature.
I will wait until my next turn to move all the way in and engage. But for now, I guess I can just do a simple bit of... should I make it hurt or... No, I want to protect my monk friend.
You don't know I'm there.
No, he does.
Oh, no, I know you're there, but I just also don't... I don't know what you're doing, so I want to make sure you're protected. I try again for vicious mockery.
Okay, and also, the rest of you guys from where Alexander used it, you would have saw her get stuck. It's like the angle from where you were, you would have saw that. You would have definitely saw that.
Oh, I would have known?
Yeah, you would have known because you gave
Okay.
her vicious mockery. She went into. You saw her approach to attack and then not come back, so you could infer that.
I do not know. Maybe she's just staying close to engage.
Yeah, but I'm not saying you don't know that she's stuck, but you don't know that you know that she hasn't backed back up.
Yes.
Say that.
But I think she might just be close to engage. So
All right.
again, it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, 17 minus is still a pass. Rolling pretty well.
Damn you. Why must I not have... Why must it be a 13?
All right, so next
Why
up
does
is-
he roll well as a GM compared to a player?
I know.
Because I
it's
rolled
such a
more.
bad-
That's why.
Where's this when we need Beaky to fucking do combat, huh?
All right, Madeline, you're up.
But
Beaky.
So hesitantly move up, not on the bridge, but at that spot right before the bridge starts,
Okay, no problem.
and I will cast Chill Touch on the snail.
All right, what? Roll to hit.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. All right, that definitely hits.
And it's 5 damage.
5 damage. This chilling hand reaches out from this magical young lady and touches the creature. Screeches back, and it definitely starting to look very bloody after that.
Question: do I get part of that because I'm attached to it?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Not that
It's
spell.
a big snail. There's lots of places to
yeah,
cast it without having to hit you.
there's lots of pain.
All right, so this creature now, getting battered by everybody and being last in its initiative, it's going to go ahead and reach its sluggy head behind it and bite at you, my bard friend. My monk friend.
And I have a +2 to my AC because of my weapon kind of stuck.
As a DM, so just in case anybody looks up these creatures, I am not playing them specifically from the stats, which we'll get into for reasons this world. It has advantage on this attack because it's stuck while you're stuck to it. Which you're lucky to roll very low, which only means it's only a 12 to hit, which I'm pretty sure misses you.
Mm-hmm.
So
It bites at my staff.
yeah, it bites and
Yum.
it bites at your staff, and it doesn't really do much right there. With this movement, it's going to go ahead and move.
I haven't attached yet.
Yes, with you attached, it's going to move a 5, and it's going to move, giving itself, sorry, wrong thing. It's going to give itself full cover and spider climb down the opposite side of the wall.
Well, nice knowing you, monk.
So it's like, pretend it's like right here, spider climbed on the slide down, so nobody has line of sight on it other than the monk stuck to it, okay?
The monk is gone.
Hey, you still can kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Alright.
stuck completely.
Punch with other hand. Kick. Well, this is my home now.
So here you
As
go.
you slowly sink into the depths.
So as this is happening, you feel yourself really just stuck to it, and it's just crawled over the other side towards the water, and it's your turn now. So what do you want to do while you're stuck to this big-ass slug bone creature? And it stinks. It stinks.
Okay, so
Big oof.
hold on. Let me just
Big
think.
oof
Right
here,
here.
guys.
Big mega oof.
Yeah, no. Okay, I just had you. So I'm screaming. Don't physically attack it. You're getting. Wait. Don't physically attack it. You're getting stuck. You'll get stuck to it. And I retch. That's all I do for my turn.
Okay, I'll let that be. So you just, and the stench is horrific.
But I'm screaming that message out in between the vomiting.
And you right now, you're just in a pile of bones and things bodies that has been attached to its back, and it just swings its on. It doesn't seem to have when it's moving, it doesn't have a bone. It just wiggle, and it just wants to eat you. All right, next up is going to be Jaeger. You saw that happening. What do you want to do?
Quick question.
Yes.
I sent it to you in the DMs. Don't know my switch. You saw nothing.
Yeah, I can't see. For some reason, I can't see chat while I am.
Does the shell on its back count as an object? Was my question.
Sorry again.
The shell on its back, does it count as an object?
It's not a shell. It's literally.
Oh.
It's everything on this back is bones. So the bones, and even Kazani is considered a creature. The bones are an object on its back. It's not actually a
There's
chest.
your answer.
Yeah, there are,
Alright.
but there are.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. 5, 10. But you know what? I want to move up far enough to where I can so I can get in line of sight to see it.
Let me see if you can. 5, 10. Let's see, where you are. You're the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You have 30 feet of movement?
Yep.
You will not be able to get to see line of sight. The rock right now, that rock face is about 15 feet high out of the water, and it's climbed to the side. It's under full cover until you either go onto the other bridge or go to the edge and look down and see it.
Yeah.
So only creature you can see right now is the cockaroos. It's under full cover at the moment. I'll move your thing though.
Fucking
And
cockadrax.
you're gonna have to just make a quick athletics check of DC 12 to just jump over that one last broken area.
And I should have reminded you, you still has inspiration, because I don't think that 10 minutes has passed since I gave it to you on the boat.
Nope, you both guys are.
I'll probably
Wait, you said athletics?
break out.
Yeah, well, I'm saying and you still have your inspiration. Your
Yeah, I
D6.
know.
I have a
When
13.
my turn comes around again,
That's
I'll
fine.
probably use that.
12, you easily jump over it and you're fine. You guys both still have, it has not been much time at all since you guys fall. Remember, it was like 18 seconds.
Yeah, no,
falling.
we're still, really close to everything that's happened.
Yeah, it's like you guys went from one fight to another. Like literally, at most out of the water, it wouldn't have been more than 30 seconds. You guys still
Let's see.
You could dash or you could do something else.
Fuck it. I'll dash so I can get into its view.
Okay. So how do you want to get into a view? Are you going to go onto the rickety bridge, or are you going to go by the rock and look down, peer down?
Rickety bridge.
Okay, rickety bridge it is. So let me move you over there.
Oh,
So how far do you want to move? 5, 10, 15, 20, like right here?
Just to where I'm where I can see it, but I'm still,
Okay, so you're
that's
right
it.
there.
And bonus action, I want to use
Just
take my hunter's mark and move it onto there.
Yes, you could do that. Great. All right, that's your turn right now. I'm sorry, James, I just worked out that you're going to be moving a lot. And this is important, as you guys will get once you guys get cards and stuff, where movement is going to matter for these maps. And you guys have ways to move faster as things go on. So don't worry about that. All right, so you have moved into the range of this this big ass rooster looking thing. All right, so it's going to go ahead and attack you. And just read what it does.
I'm gonna treat you as its baby.
I'm going to flare up and start doing my rooster call against it.
There we go.
All right, so it's going to go ahead and fly over to you, and I'll move it. And it's going to go ahead and try to peck over. It flies. Yeah, that's how I got that far. It has
Bullshit!
You didn't hear? It flew for 40 feet and then walked for 20 feet.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that. I was too busy staring off into
That's going to be a
space.
19 to hit.
Oh, God.
19 to hit. Does that hit you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
you
you.
fucking bastard.
So it's right next to you. It doesn't do much damage. It only does 1d4. Why are you so worried?
Beaky, you're a fucking bastard. You're a fucking bastard. You son of a bitch.
It does 5 points of damage to you. And please make a Constitution saving throw, DC 11.
You're a son of a bitch, Beaky!
Seven.
7?
Bye-bye, Hunter's Mark.
Well,
You said 7, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have inspiration? Do you add to that?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes, please!
Good.
8, 9, 10, 11!
Okay, you succeed. All right. So I'll let you know what it is. The target has to be on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. It's being magically petrified.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
that inspiration
Wow.
saves your ass. All right, so that's
You are evil.
Hey, these creatures have like 11 AC. You guys
You know what, Beaky? I'll keep this in mind for my one shot.
Oh yeah, don't you worry. Level 20's coming.
Killed him twice.
All right,
We'll make sure it happens in the campaign this time.
Well, I had my fun last week with the spider turning against him.
Fuck you on that.
We might have to just bring him back to the House of Mortai.
Oh, yes.
All right, Alexander, you're up. Yeah. You're 45 feet from the cockaroos, and
Kakaroos?
and about it's over the cliff, so it's what you want to do there. The other one.
Well, now seeing that a cockatrice has joined the battle, that is a bit more of a problem for me. So I will get myself into position onto the actual platform that the slug monster was there, as far as I can go towards the edge, just so I can get line of sight.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So right, the farthest you could get. All right, to give you it'll be like right here to try to get line of sight, unless you want to go towards the cocker ice and on the bridge as well, which I'm thinking you don't.
No, I'm staying off the bridge because I'm staying on the solid ground for the platform for if the snail comes back up for that situation. But with that, seeing that I can't have line of sight on the snail, seeing the cockatrice and being scared, I am making sure that my ranger friend does not get damaged. Same thing, vicious mockery.
All right, so this is a 13 wisdom.
Damn lizard
That
chicken.
is a natural 1. Good shit.
Thank God. Well, don't worry. I did 1 damage to it.
All right, and I have to use my movement to do what again?
No, your disadvantage on
okay.
your next attack.
Okay, that's Dissonant Whispers is the one movement.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll put a dice to remind me of disadvantage. And right now, Jaeger, you do have 2 effects up on the big snail, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. It's good to know. So I'm using dice to remind myself of that.
There
All right,
might
so
be a third
Alexander,
soon.
that's your turn. Madeline,
God.
it's now your turn. You are quite a distance away, but you saw the majority of that.
Yes, and I'm going to use my chill touch since it's 120 feet.
Yep.
For a swipe at the cockatoo.
All right, Cracker Ice, go ahead for that.
Kakara?
Tricks.
Keep saying the name wrong, but it's Cracker Ice.
Jella, 23.
Makes me just think of like some
23
southern
hits,
fried rice.
easily.
But I got another point of damage.
Another one?
1 point of damage, yep.
1 point of damage, and it can't heal, which is fine. All right, do you want to do any movement at all?
No, Madeline is definitely scared.
All right, yeah, that's perfectly fine. All right, so the bone worm. I'm calling the bone worm, it's not its actual name.
The bone worm!
It moves
Sorry.
down.
Bone worm is ready.
It moves down 5 feet into the water, and it goes ahead and submerges itself. Only right now you could see this. What's it called again? Cousin, and it looks like it's rejuvenating some of that damage it took.
Chris, can you just check my message?
And as it gets into the water, it goes ahead and it's going to go ahead and bite at you. It swings its neck around.
Still has that unarmored protection going on.
Yep, it only rolled a 1. I'm rolling horrible. So I'm not doing critical failures for attacks. So it rolled a 1, tries to bite at you, but it doesn't. But it looks a little more healthy than some of the damage it took while it's in the water has seemed to gone away.
All right, it's my turn now.
Yes, it is. So you're in the water. It's just at the top of the water. You're not fully submerged. You didn't go all the way down to under the water.
I am going to do a grapple check, try to break out.
Okay.
And it's using, because I just cross-checked with Chris.
Yeah.
I'm using my dexterity to substitute for strength for the monk stuff. So, and I'm using inspiration to try to fucking get out.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because when you're breaking grapple, you can use either acrobatics or athletics to push yourself out of the situation.
Yeah,
this is cocked.
It's a DC 10.
You.
So I'll let you know it's very easy.
Everything.
Inspiration.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So you try to push off of this sticky creature, and it just doesn't want to. It's just like every time you push, you just get stuck into it even closer. So unless you have a bonus action,
screaming to
bonus action, step of the wind, disengage.
No, disengage. No, you have to do the grapple check.
That's true. Shit. Yeah. No, yeah, because you're still grappled.
Yeah.
You can do bonus action. Not this. Dodge. You can do dodge.
I can't dodge out
Patient
of
defense.
You can no, but you can pay such a defense for it attacking you.
Yeah, I'll spend a key point for patient defense.
All right, Jaeger, this creature just.
Isn't he already hitting a disadvantage?
Oh, for one attack. Oh no! That was the cockatrix now.
I'm screaming. It's regenerating.
As you're drowning.
Oh, and sorry.
Save me.
Kazan, have you taken any damage?
Yes, I've taken some damage before.
Okay, roll two d4s and heal for that.
3d4s?
Yeah, while you're in the water.
Okay. Only 5 health.
Okay, you're getting some health back. You think to yourself that you saw the creature healing back up, and now you feel like a healing energy. Like now that you finally hurt, some of your wounds are healing back. You're still stuck as fuck.
Yeah.
But the water's quite nice. Like being like you're feeling the edge of this waterfall, this rainbow energy, and it's nice. It's soothing in a way.
All right, question, just to prep myself for my next round. Am I able to put my legs against the stone wall to maybe give myself advantage of trying to push off or grapple?
No, with everything you have done, you're basically stuck to it. It's an ability. You're not, unless somebody gives you a help action, there's not going to be much you could do right now with just movement to get away. And you could tell by its movement being very slow and what it's doing. It knew to go into the water, and it looks like it's ready to head deeper into the water with you. So, yeah, that's what you're seeing right now. Sorry about that. Jaeger, you're up?
Well then,
Sorry about
I guess
that.
it's time.
So you have all your stuff activated on it right now. You see it at the bottom in the water. What do you want to do?
All right.
Save me.
Oh, I plan.
It's my next action. Don't do any.
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta go to the action piece. Here it is. All right. I'm going to use my action to use Hunter's Sense. Wait, no. Yes, Hunter's Sense. Yes, it is that. As an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. You immediately learn whether that the creature has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic.
It has no resistance, immunities to anything.
Vulnerabilities?
Nothing. It's not no vulnerabilities or anything. It just makes things sticky.
Well,
babe.
I mean, it's good to know still.
I mean, it's good to know, but she's still stuck. Are you going to do anything with your bonus action to attack?
Hold on. What is the creature, though?
Oh, you get to know. It's called a bone.
Yeah.
A bone. Sorry, let me see if I pronounce it correctly. Hold on, Monday. A bone walk. It's something like bone walk. Something like that. It's not going to give you any more information than that, but it's a bone walk. But I'm going to figure out how to pronounce it in 1 second. I have a thing that can pronounce the names for me for these creatures, just in case this came up.
Yeah, because I know you have cockatrix and...
Bone whelp. Whelp. That's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Bone whelp.
Cockatrix and bone wolf. Got it.
Does it tell you anything about its AC or anything like that, or it's just like resistance or vulnerabilities?
I mean, it's...
That's the actual description. It just is.
Yeah, damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden.
I'll tell you, as DM, because you did all this hunter's mark and everything else, and you're using your action to do this as a hunter, you realize that it's really squishy and has very, very low AC. It just has a bunch of bones that make it look like it has great armor, but it's just a bunch of bones stuck to it.
All right, and bonus action. Let's see. I mean, I can't really do anything. Fuck. I can't do anything.
Well, you know what? You handle the chicken.
Well, how about this? I would assume that the information you gathered, just like in Critical Role, you would have yelled that out to the rest of the party, right? Real quick. Yeah, so it's just like expositor information with Bogard. You're like, hey guys, it's not weak to shit. Fuck.
I thought it would have weakness. It doesn't.
All right, so with disadvantage, this Rice is going to attack you again. You better hope it misses. All right.
It's aiming for my sword.
Disadvantage is about 13 and a 12. So that equals up to a 15. What's your AC?
14.
It hits you.
It's some magic motherfucking bullshit.
That's 4 points of damage, and make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
Against me petrified.
Oh shit.
15.
All right.
Good, you're good.
And that's not even with the modifier of it yet.
As he comes and bites at you, and then you feel your skin start cracking, you take your hand, rub it real quick with some of the water that was left over, from this angelic. You felt it tight and just wipe it clean off of it. You're like, what the fuck? And you think to yourself, I probably shouldn't get fucking bitten by this motherfucker. And you look over to the other guy, turns to stone, and you think to yourself, bad. Really bad. Alexander, it's your turn.
Well, I just give a nod to to Jaeger and go, you got this. And with my hood's still already up from before when I pulled it up while we were falling, I'm just going to leap over the edge towards the snail into a dive.
All right. Are you going to do like an attack as you leap?
Yeah, I'm going and plunging with my swords straight down.
I'm giving you advantage for that then.
Woot.
Cool shit.
Save me.
That's what I'm trying to do. That is a 13 to hit.
13 just hits.
Good.
That was with advantage, 13?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I ain't rolling better than you guys. That's rare.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Okay, and that is 5 points of damage.
Okay, 5 points of damage. It's starting to look hurt again. You definitely took off some of what he healed back up in the water.
And bonus attack, or bonus action.
So you fall. Just hold on. Remember, please make that DC. No, you fell, stuck to it, and you can bonus attack.
Yep, I'm going to pierce my short sword into it as well. That's fine.
So you could grab your sword even while you stuck to it and attack.
Well, that's in my offhand.
Yeah.
I think that misses. That's.
His AC is 12.
It's an 11. So no.
Nope. You try your hand's stuck. Try to pull back. You just can't get up. And now it's Madeline's turn. And what does Madeline would like to do?
Madeline will cast another chill touch at the rooster, since it's what you can see from here.
Okay. And Madeline's the only one who's damaged the rooster right now.
11?
11 hits.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, 7 damage.
That's a good amount of damage. It's starting to look a little injured. It screams back, and it looks like it's ready to attack on Jaeger again.
Can I use my movement to very daintily try to walk across the bridge?
Yes, you can. So you saw the first one, even with your strength, you was able to jump over that. You would just have to make one athletics check, the same DC as everybody, which was just DC 12, to make it past that one little plank as you jump from one and jump across another.
Could I try to walk that small plank rather than trying to jump across it?
Okay, so because of that, you could do acrobatics to get across it, and you'll have a save in case you don't make it. Try to save yourself. So just make an acrobatics check, and it's only going to be a DC 10 for that.
Wizards, not very strong.
Who'd have thunk?
Stay right here right now and let me know what you get on your
So acrobatics, it's 14.
14. So easy enough. You take your time, one foot after the other, and just go across, and you make it, let me make the whole 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, you make it right back where everybody else was going. So you make it right here. And you saw that everybody else who walked ahead had no problem with going across any of the other planks or any risk of falling down. Okay? All right, so now it's the bone word. It takes its movement and it goes into the water.
Just hold your breath.
So,
It's okay. We got a few rounds.
so everybody who, if you guys don't know how this works, when you're in the water, you have to hold your breath.
I don't. I'm breathing normally.
Okay, you're breathing water. It goes down 15 feet into the water, and it's going to go. Oh, Alexander, were you hurt at all or no?
No.
Okay, so you didn't have to roll to health. It's going to roll again to heal back up.
It's okay. I have a plan. There's the reason I did what I did.
All right, so it goes 15 feet down into the water, and it's holding you guys down under the water. It's back up to Kazani's turn. Your constitution is 0.
Nope.
What's your constitution?
My constitution is 14, so I have a +2.
+2, so you have 2 minutes to hold your breath. What do you want to do? You're 15 feet underwater.
I am gonna try to break the fuck out again.
All right. DC, it's only a DC 10. I mean, sorry. Yeah, it's only a DC 10. But you're underwater and you're trying to just, you're hoping the water is going to be able to aid you get out of here. And at the end of your turn, you roll 2 D4s for health.
Unnatural fucking 20.
All right, so
Good.
the water just helps you out and lubricate, and you just push off. Your staff still gets stuck onto it. You're within the 5-foot range. What are you gonna do?
Well, first let me heal.
No, the healing's
At the end of your turn.
Okay, well, I haven't rolled.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the help action to Alexander to get him unstuck.
You see me smiling there like I have no concern in the world.
All right.
So she doesn't know you can breathe in the water and stuff, so.
Yeah, and she's helping you to escape from the creature's grasp. That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, no,
right?
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you reach out. I'm not going to move where the markers are, but you're basically underwater. You reach out your hand to grab his vest, his clothes, to pull him away. All right, that was a pretty good turn. Jaeger, once again, you're next to this cockatrice that wants to make you turn to stone. Cockatrice, and you see them underwater. If you're doing range, this will be a disadvantage to hit them underwater, but you can always jump down there too and join the fun.
I've got a better idea.
Okay.
All right, so with my bonus action, I'm going to cast, what is it? Zephyr Strike.
Okay, what does that? Just let me know what that does.
Yes.
I know it's gonna drop. It'll drop Hunter's Mark, sadly.
Yes, and I forgot to say, I forgot to make you roll Constitution check for Hunter's Mark before when the bird hit you. Just remember, if you have a spell up and you concentrate, just remind yourself to roll for it if you get hit.
All right, so it's a concentration. You move like the wind until the spell ends. Your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. That attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on a hit. Whether you hit or miss, your walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that turn.
All right, what do you want to do with this amazing ability?
All right, so first, pops off, what's it, fucking, like, from his back, he's got pretty much Shadow Spike, which is essentially his lovely little Sheila, a fucking huge-ass Buster Sword.
Okay.
Takes that in his one hand, and from his side pulls out his short sword. And strike at the fucking cockatrice.
All right, go for it.
Let me just get my attacks. All right.
You just move away without getting an opportunity attack, which is amazing.
14, 15, 16, 17?
17 definitely hits. You go ahead and strike and just cut off part of his bottom of his chin. How much damage do you do?
Let's see. So that's first. All right, so that's 7 slashing first.
Okay.
Then with
you already used your bonus action, but you have stuff to add on to it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I have to do the 1d8 of force from the Zephyr Strike.
Yep.
All right, 1 extra fucking damage.
Every little bit helps.
You say the 1 extra, but that little force damage just flaps his feathers back a few feet, like it still stays there, but the feathers flies back a little bit, and it's looking fucked up. Like you've cut off a little bit of his goblet under his chin, and it looks like it wants to eat you alive and turn you to stone.
Now, from there, I'm going to take my big ass blade
hold it in front of me while slowly just like jumping, or I should say like fast stepping backwards back onto the rocks.
Okay, how
And
far
I'll
back are you
go,
moving?
let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. I want to go right towards the edge, right on the corner of where the bridge is connecting.
Okay, so like right here or up more?
Yeah, right there, exactly.
Okay, great. All right, so you're done with your turn?
Yep.
All right. The cockatrice, not happy with you at all, flies up 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20 above you, and just does dive bombs on your head with the next 20 feet of flight speed. All right, let's roll. That's all. So it dives up, flies up, this big sword you holding, and you just deflect it, and you just lands like right in your face. It looks upset and just really hates you right now. All right, that's its turn. So Alexander Salazar, what is you going to do while you're trying to break it free?
With a nice smile, I stay attached to the creature, and I just gently let go of my longsword that is plunged inside of it. And with my action, I cast heat metal.
Oh, this man is a maverick. Great. What do I have to roll for the save? No,
There is no save. Because my blade is plunged into it, it automatically does 2d8 damage, and that's 16 fire damage.
All right. Magical fire. So, Kazane sits there holding the back of your vest to try to help you pull away, and this thing, Kazane, you just see sword light up, it just lights up in flames. Its body's just reaching with flames. Now, I'm going to make you take some of the fire damage as you are.
No, because it's just the metal itself, and I took my hand off.
You're right. The creature doesn't actually catch up.
It doesn't burst into flames. It's literally the scorching hot metal that I plunged into it.
Well, I'll say this. Just describe how you want to do it, but there's gonna be effects after it dies. Anyway.
So it's that moment of I move my hand away, lift it up so it's not touching.
Mm-hmm.
My other hand is slightly free with the blade, and I kind of shove back a little bit, get my chest off of the creature a little bit, and just look back and wink to Kazani, and I just wink, and then you just see the blade start glowing hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and the creature starts wiggling and writhing from pain, and just whoop, and it pops, and then the pieces of them slowly suck to as I drift off. Like, that was a good job. Shit, I need to get off of this.
So here's the funny thing: as it goes ahead and dies because of this fire burning onto it, its body, because the whole thing didn't catch on flame, you're still stuck to it, and in this water, it lets out a death screech. It's this bubbling sound, and this necrotic energy just lets off of it, and everything within 10 feet of it takes 2d8 necrotic damage. You're lucky. I rolled very, very fucking low, and you guys only take 4 points of necrotic damage as it screeks out, and you guys, only you guys can see the bubbles start coming out from where its mouth was. But you are still grappled to it. That's the thing.
Well, I giving him the help action still for the.
Well, I spent my action to cast heat metal.
So Kazani, you're still underwater. He's still underwater. But
all right.
Underwater.
I want to say at this point, as this is going on, she's starting to sink with her 3-layer robes. So something's gonna happen on her turn for that.
Well, you don't have to sink. It's not that heavy to.
No, clothing by science, heavy clothing in a robe.
No, not this. You don't have to. Your clothes might be heavy, but if you wear clothes, you could still be able to float in water and swim with clothing on. It's not
fantasy world.
You don't have to sink. It's not a chain and metal on you that's going to make you sink to the water. You're going to die. You're not holding bricks or anything like that. If you in the world you guys come from,
joke's on you, Beaky. I'm actually holding 75 bricks in my backpack.
Yeah,
who do you think my bag is full of?
If the body falls on top of you or something like that, I will let you know. But you're not sinking, okay? I would figure you were trained in your background. You would be able to at least float in water, coming from a world of water with some.
Oh no, she can float, but she's got a little weight on her. That's all.
It's dead, and Alexander, your turn is done. You don't have to hold your breath, but you do get to heal at the end of your turn. So that necrotic damage that you took, you're gonna heal that up.
2d4.
Now you rolled a fucking 4. God damn. Madeline,
heal it back.
What do you want to do?
I will tiptoe the rest of the way to the rock.
Yep. And you see
Tiptoe
the creature right
through
there.
the window.
Oh, wait, nope. If the creature's there,
Yeah, sorry.
then she's not gonna move.
Okay, sorry. I
She's gonna
need to move
cast Chill Touch from the bridge.
it. All right, go for it.
By the way, were we supposed to heal when we landed in the water? Because I was injured beforehand.
No, it was if you were by the
Waterfall.
yeah, by the waterfall. Do you see where they are? You see that little splashing of water?
Yep. No worries.
Yeah, you guys.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, yes.
Great. That is a natural 1.
All right, so natural 1. This creature screaming at Jaeger in his face is just kind of throwing you on, and the attack just goes a little wide. Jaeger actually kind of twitches because he thinks it might actually hit him. All right, so Kazani, the bone wreck holy worm is dead. It is now your turn. This creature is dead. Yeah, you're underwater. You have your whole turn. You're not stuck to it anymore. What do you want to do?
Hold on.
If you want to still help him, the way to do it would be to do a grapple check to grapple him off of it.
I'll do that.
Okay. Still just DC 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you advantage because he's not going to be fighting you, and the creature is not going to be trying to fight against you at all, being dead.
I hear you say just DC 10 because we failed like every single time.
This is one of the easiest things I could possibly pick. Trust me.
11.
All right,
no,
you
it's
just
not.
able
You're a
to
monster.
pull him off, and as you pull him off, you look and you see your staff going down, and you still remember. You have to think if you really want this.
I'm going after my fucking staff.
I could give you the quarterstaff if you don't have it. I have
You're not
one.
there to tell him that. You're not there to tell her that.
Nope.
All right,
She's
Jaeger,
going after it.
Jaeger, your turn.
Pigeon fish floats by. Your party has a quarterstaff.
All right, 1 second. At the top of the round, I should. Actually, I'll do it at the end of the round, depending on what happened.
All right. Do I still have to make the Constitution save for this thing, or is that only if I
No.
get hit?
Only
That's
when you
only
get hit.
Okay. All right. So first, very quickly, I just want to know, because I'm getting very confused on this rule. For the Slayer's Prey, it says this benefit lasts until you finish a short or long rest, or if you designate a different creature. Does that mean if I designate it to a different creature, it still does the thing, or no?
Let me actually look at your character.
Who did you have it on? You had it on the cockers?
He had
No,
it
I
on
had
the
it
snail.
on the snail.
The snail is dead, so I don't think the effect wouldn't. If you designate it on a different creature, it would affect the effect by the way it sounds.
It just says this benefit lasts until you finish a short or long rest, or if you designate a different creature.
I'm gonna look at your character sheet just so I could.
It's Slayer's Prey. It's the bonus action.
All right, cool. Oh, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
It's worded so strange.
Oh, there's
And Chris is frozen with his mouth open.
As a bonus action, designate one creature you can see within 60 feet the first time. Each turn that you hit a creature with a target with a weapon attack takes on the benefit and lasts until you finish first or longer.
There we go. I'm back now.
Okay, good.
Hey.
That's
I
weird.
was just about to message you.
I don't know.
No,
about
no,
that last part.
my hold on me. But yeah, no, James. So basically, you can use another bonus action to designate another target.
So it's literally a fucking unlimited.
Yeah.
Wow, that is fucking overpowered.
Yeah,
It
that's
basically makes it so that you can keep it until a short or long rest.
Oh.
Well, that still seems kind of. I'll check it over later just to be 100 but I'll go with that right now. It is only 1d6. Well, only 1d6 is not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, here we go. Okay, this is gonna be fun as fuck because I don't even know if this is gonna be possible, but I want to try this because it sounds great.
Okay, go ahead for it.
All right, so for my action, he takes his short sword, and you see him pull out this strange-looking metal spike with a chain attached to it, nails it into the ground with the short sword, and then, looking at the cockatrice, just says, "Catch!" and throws a fucking hunting trap at the cockatrice.
I love this.
That's so fucking good.
Let me see what the hunting trap does exactly because I think it's a safe.
So if when you use an action to set the trap, which would have been me setting it by planting it into the ground, the sawtooth steel ring snaps shut when a creature steps on a pressure plate in the center.
Yeah.
I would like to say that, it's a pressure plate, so if it hits something, it's going to set off.
Just fucking
Yeah.
throwing it on a
Yeah,
chunk.
yeah. No,
Yep.
Everything you're doing is viable. If you're throwing it at it, opening it, and making it drop, I like this idea. I love
So it has to
creativity.
do a DC 13 dexterity saving throw or take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving. Thereafter, until the creature breaks free of the trap, its movement is limited by the length of the chain, typically 3 feet long. A creature can use its action to make a DC 13 strength check, freeing itself or another creature within its reach on a success.
Babe,
Each
what
failed
is
check
that?
deals
I
1
can't see
piercing
it.
damage to the trapped creature.
Hey, James, look what I rolled.
I can't see. It's blurry.
Is
Not
that in that
Say it.
one?
That in that one?
Not one.
Fuck yeah.
All right, this is fucking great. And right on the beak.
So you use your action, and I will allow you to add your damage from your Slayer's Prey to that. So that's 1d4. Yeah, roll the 1d4 plus the 1d6. See how much damage
Oh,
you do.
perfect. All right.
I love I'll consider this the improvised attack. It's
All
improvised.
right. You know what? It's 3 damage, but it's still fucking awesome.
No, you rolled the d4 and the d6.
Yeah. It
Okay.
was a 1 on the 4 and then a 2 on the fucking 6.
So you just throw this hunting trap at it. It restrains him in place. It's stuck to it. It's writhing right now, and it's not looking happy. You still have it stuck in place, and you still have your movement. Whatever you want to do with that is up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up so it can't reach me in a 3-foot radius.
Okay. It will get opportunity attack unless you still have that thing that doesn't have opportunity attack.
Does Zephyr work for this turn still or no?
No, when you hit it that first.
Yeah, so it's only on that one.
Yeah.
Make opportunity attack, but all
Yeah, it's
right.
fine.
Let me see. I'm giving it the restrained condition, even
Yeah.
though the hunter tap doesn't technically do that, to give it disadvantage on the attack because that was cool as fuck. Oh my god, it rolled like a fucking maverick. 15 on 13 on disadvantage, equaling out to be. I'm sorry if this works, James. That's going to be a 16 to hit with disadvantage.
Hits.
All right, so please make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
5.
So take 5 points of damage, and it says this: Constitution is against being magically petrified. On a failsafe, a creature begins to turn to stone and is restrained. It must repeat a saving throw on its next turn, and its success, it ends the effect on the fail is petrified for 24 hours. So you're restrained right now, so you're not going to be able to move. And then on the next turn, we're going to make you make a Constitution saving throw again, and if you don't, you're petrified. All
Yep.
right. So, and guess what? It's his turn. It's its turn.
I was afraid that I was petrified.
Well,
It's
remember,
not
it's
happy
gotta
with you.
it's gotta try and break free.
Yeah, it doesn't care about that. It's gonna attack you. It's gonna just attack you. It's not happy with you at all. So it's gonna attack with disadvantage because it's restrained. Oh my god!
Can it reach me? Wait, Beaky, can it reach me, though? Because it only has 3 feet, and I backed up to make it far away.
You could have. It got an opportunity attack.
Yeah, it hit you with
Oh,
it
so
when
it
you were within
stops?
range.
Yeah, it stops
Fuck.
you. And you were. It's restrained, and you're restrained. So you guys are right in each other's face. And I'm sorry, it rolled a 17 and a 16 for the disadvantage. So let me roll for damage. You take another 4 points of damage, and make another DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
No.
And if you fail
18.
this, if you failed, I will make you instantly petrified. So you're good there. And it ends its turn there. And next up, Alexander Salazar, it's your turn. You're still stuck. No, you're not
Oh, he's
stuck anymore.
unstuck. I pulled him.
Yep, and you have your full turn to do whatever you want to do.
So I just reach down and grab and pull out my long sword, so I get that back.
No, you have to make this. You have to make the grapple check to get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm doing that now to get that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 16 plus 4.
Yeah,
So.
easily enough. You take your action to reach out, grab it, and it's up, and you still have your full movement and everything else.
So I have my 60 swim speed.
So wait, would it still be taking another piercing damage then, since it didn't do a check for the trap? Or
No, it's just the
No.
one time, I think.
Yeah.
no, because it says each failed check deals 1 piercing damage to the trapped creature.
If it's so, it would have to attempt the check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not attempted to check, and I'll let you use the trap as an improvised weapon instead of it actually as a trap. You basically you opened it up and basically slammed it onto it instead of it actually. And the creature's not trying to get away. It attacked you with disadvantage. I just happen to be rolling fucking great.
Okay.
So I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to try to take. There's no way to climb back up, correct?
From what you're seeing right now, no, there's rocks. You could try. You could attempt to just climb on the rocks. There's nothing stopping you from that. The rocks are type of slippery, so it will be difficult. But you've done stuff with your cloak before, and you can combine. I don't remember with the cloak that you have. Does it give you a speed, or does it combine?
I get 60-foot swim speed.
So yeah, you could combine your swim and walk speed. I have no problem with that. That's my ruling.
All right, so then I'm, to make it easier because I already know that there's, a way to climb. I'm gonna start swimming. I'll go under the rock and start swimming towards the place we first climbed up from, just so I can get, up.
Okay, so the fastest route would be this way where my mouse is going.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
So 5. 10,
Now, and 15. On the way, would I get visual sight of Jaeger?
Let me just see. That's what I'm counting out right now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh yeah, easily. Like while you get right here, you swim underneath the bridge. You see Madeline and you see Jaeger, and yeah. So you want to stop right where my mouse is, or are you gonna keep moving?
I'm gonna keep moving, but as I'm moving, I'm gonna give my last bardic inspiration and just go, "Don't let that fucking chicken turn you to stone!" Because I'm seeing him starting to turn to stone.
All right, so let's do it again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So you'll get yourself right. I'm gonna make it fun. I'll say you're at the edge, falling. Yeah, you'll get yourself right to the edge of the rock right there. Put the X.
Sounds good.
So you still have your walking speed and climbing speed. So you can attempt to scale the rocks to try to get back up.
Screw it. I'll spend the last 30 feet of my movement.
Okay, just make me, because the rock is slippery from all the balls and mist. Just make me a DC 15 athletics check to see if you can make it the 15 feet up there.
No, I cannot get a good grip.
So you try to get a grip and slide right back down into the water splash. All right, that's your turn right there. Madeline, you see Jaeger's not looking in the best position ever. What do you want to do?
Madeline will look at the trap and see that it looks like it's not able to move that much and slowly approach so that she's within 10 feet of the cocker spaniel.
Kakawaka.
Don't worry about names, guys, if you get it wrong. But yep.
I'm just teasing.
It's the Chumbawamba.
Chungy Wungy.
And
The Chungus.
she will release a poison gas onto the bird.
All right. So what do I have to make save?
Oh yeah, you have to make a save, don't you? That sucks.
It still could kill. We have to have hope.
Death by gaseous form from the air.
On 13.
Just to be clear, is this an area effect, or is it going to affect Jaeger as well, or you're trying to position it so it doesn't?
A puff of noxious gas from my palm, so I'm guessing it's a small.
Yeah, it's a single target.
Okay, cool.
So yes, Constitution saving throw.
Dies by methane gas.
Oh, that's a natural 20. I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind. It holds its breath.
Natural 20.
Where's the Aegis cloak when you need it?
Shit. I don't really have anything else.
It looks really hurt. Do I take any damage from the nat 20? Is it half him? Oh, it's a cantrip.
No. Actually, No. It doesn't say anything about failing getting half.
The cantrip.
This was a cantrip? Okay, yeah. So this was, no damage. It looks fucked up, but you're kind of scared, and it just lets you aim, go a little bit wide, and the wind the waterfall, the breeze kind of flows the spray a little bit away. And don't worry, guys, we'll end this in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Trying to get out of here. Actually, truthfully, I thought with the saves and everything being so low, you guys would have kicked ass on this. All right, Kazani, your staff is getting sunk down another 10 feet as it was just a worm's turn and its body's just going down. Are you going to swim down there and get your staff?
Yes, I am. I said I was after I helped him out, I used my movement to get down.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, all good. You're right there. You make the DC 10 grapple check. It's going to be athletics or acrobatics for you, whichever one you want to make.
This one's calling me baby, my favorite. Oh, I love you. 19.
19? Okay. As you go down and you're swimming to grab this thing, and you grab yours, you look and you see something else down there stuck beneath the bones. Something shiny. A box of sort.
A staff.
She's going to do is waste her last key point.
Uh-huh.
Do Step of the Wind. And push herself up as fast as possible.
Okay.
And try to get up the side of the wall. Because Step of the Wind, when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or monk. Oh, no, sorry. Step of the Wind. Freudian slip there. Point to take disengage or dash action as bonus action in your turn, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn.
All right, so you're right now you're about 25 feet down. Now you've doubled your speed, so that makes it to be 60. Your speed is 60 now. So you're gonna go down, swim up quickly, and Step of the Wind. When you get out of the water, I'm gonna try to consider this a jump. So make me a acrobatics check in your case to see if you can propel yourself with Step of the Wind out of the water and do some dope.
Oh, I love it. 19 again.
Okay, it was only 15 because this was a little bit hard because you're not a swimmer, like athletic, but you're a monk, so of course, monk. You literally fucking do some shit that you've only seen Alexandra do, and you jump out and you grab the edge of the cliff and pull yourself up, and now you're right up here. But you did notice that there was something kind of shiny stuck deeper into the bone.
I'll check that out later. Right now, it's.
I'm just telling you. That's what you noticed.
Okay.
But you finally take a breath of air, and you're like, oh God! And even though when you're under, you still feel the stench of the bone worms.
Yeah, it's stuck in my nostrils. Mucus. Yeah, I know.
Okay. Good turn, Jaeger. Yeah, it's you and this thing stuck at each other's turn. Let me see if you have to make the save at the beginning or the end of your turn. That's a big difference. Okay, sorry. Before we go into your turn, Jaeger, I didn't want to forget this. It was the top of the round. You guys see a beautiful, unbelievably beautiful woman run in to the scene. I'm going to post it in Discord. You guys should check her out. But I'll describe her.
Gracious.
She wears what seems to be a bra made almost out of fish-type tentacle material. Blue skirts, beautiful figures, ears pointed, white eyes. The water seems to just like flow off of her. She seems to be a sea elf, and she's running over to the guy encased in stone and seems to be doing some type of magic to it.
She's twerking on the stone.
So that's what's happening over there. And let's keep going while that happens.
All right, so what saving throw was I supposed to make again?
I'm just checking if you have to do it at the beginning or the end.
Remember, you have more inspiration now.
Yeah, it must be nice to have inspiration.
Luckily for you, it's at the end of the turn. You still have your full turn.
Okay, then.
Yeah, so you can technically attack. It's at disadvantage, though.
Yeah, while you're restrained.
You know what? I'm going to try this. Seeing how we're at the edge, and I put the stake down where I was, if that bird is trapped on the rocks in the stake from there, I'm going to use Shatter Spike, smash it against the ground, and break that piece of the rock off where the wedge is, just enough so it's heavy enough to slide down and into the water with the cockatrice.
Oh no.
Shatter
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, it's gonna be by the waterfall.
Sorry, what did you say? Shatter Spike, was it? Oh, your weapon. Okay, let me see what it does. Your bonus attack roll, you make a if it's an object,
Well, if
Because-
it's heavy enough, I'm expecting it to just sink and not be able to flap its
We
wings up.
can't carve it.
So the shadow part really affects mostly
We can't
objects.
collect. Yeah, he's trying to hit the ground and break off a piece of the ground.
What I'm trying to do is
Wow.
essentially make a concrete shoes.
Fuck it, I love it. Go ahead, roll for
Yeah,
attack
go for
on the piece of stone right there. It's an auto crit.
Mm-hmm.
Roll to hit. Like it's not gonna be a high AC on stone. I'm not even gonna look this up. I think if I remember, it's only 10.
I mean, should I do this? I feel like this is a good
No,
idea.
you've
turn.
declared it. You've
Your
declared
I mean,
it.
yeah, because I mean, what I'm trying to do is essentially with a
Too
fucking
late now.
buster sword.
Just you committed. Just roll
I
it.
know. What I'm doing is essentially cutting a fucking boulder off of the giant rock to make it drown.
Okay, I don't like money.
I mean, I
16,
do, so that's but okay.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, that hits, and this is an auto crit, so roll double the damage.
And since it's the two-handed, would I be using the 1d10 then? Or,
Yeah.
Well, if you're wielding it two-handed, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so that's 2d10s. 60, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 10 slashing.
Okay, so you come down and you slash on it. You think you're doing enough damage, but there's a big crack. That side of where you're standing on too, it's all about to just fall off. It's not yet with just 10 damage. It has a little bit more health than that for that big chunk of rock. But you could tell in the next turn, all of that is just going to slide into the water.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot to add the 4. 14 still.
14, it's very close. It was 15 total.
Yeah.
Because you're literally hitting a part. You're trying to cut off a part off of the boulder from it. But because your thing does special against, that's why I'm only gonna. Look, doesn't matter. You basically needed 1 more damage. It was 15.
Wait a minute. Or no, would it? It's only 1 plus 4 because it's a crit, so it's only the 1d10 plus 4, not 1d10 plus 4, 1d10 plus 4, right?
With a crit,
Well,
you
no,
roll
it's
double
1d10 doubled plus 4.
Okay, yeah, so that's stuff 14, so it doesn't break.
Well, with a crit, you roll double on every dice.
That's what I
That's
did.
what you did.
Okay, cool. Just sorry.
Yeah,
So-
no, I'm fucking confusing myself here. I think
So
I'm overthinking this shit.
Imagine like a fracture hairline crack starts like forming. It looks like that part of the cliff after the water running it across. It looks like it's about to fall off, but just not yet. Madeline, you clearly noticed this as well. That's it for your turn right now. And let's try to hurry this up. I'll try real fast. It sees this. It's not a fool. It has low intelligence, but as a flying creature, it's going to try to escape from your thing. It's a DC 13, right? So try to escape from the shackle. Oh, it passed. Okay.
Also,
So,
James, you need to roll.
yeah, roll damage.
Oh yeah. Can I roll? No, I gotta roll my Constitution.
Okay, yeah.
And remember,
Okay.
inspiration.
Yes, don't forget that.
18, 19,
Oh, yeah,
20.
fine.
Okay, you're good.
You're good. You're perfectly
You
good.
shrug off the petrification.
So this is.
I'm getting turned to stone. Oh wait, it's only in one area.
It makes a check to break free of your hunting trap, and it flies up 10 feet and then dives on Madeline.
What?
Yeah, broke out of the trap.
Why me? You have to say the enemy the whole time.
It's not the smartest creature in the world, but it clearly sees that the ground below it is going to break off and it can fly, so it's going to take to the sky.
Wait, so it disengages though?
Yes, you're right. So take an
Opportunity of attack?
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Fucking shit. 6, 8.
Inspiration.
Oh yeah. There we go.
I remember you have disadvantage because you're still
10.
restrained.
No, he's not. He's not
You're not
restrained.
restrained anymore. Great. Yeah, so you're not going to be pressed. 10? No, it's 11 on AC. And you swipe at it and you make it over trajectory just enough so that as it comes back down to attack Madeline, it doesn't. It misses. So Madeline, it's 10
Shield.
feet, It misses. Well, you could have shield. That's good. It's like 5 feet right above, just flapping its wing right above you right now. And now it's going to be Alexander's turn. You're right where you are. What do you want to do?
Well, do I have a rope or the ladder we climbed on before to get up?
The rope is still hanging down, so you can easily.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my movement to climb back up.
So you swim over, and then you just that's your swimming speed, and then you just use 15 feet to climb up. You have another 10 feet up top, and where do you want to move? Like right here, I'm guessing.
And I'll move to the front of the bridge, and with a angry look, I cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. And roll for hit.
That's an 18 plus 5.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Is it plus 5?
18 hits already. It's a DC 11.
Yeah. AC 11. Yeah.
AC 11.
For an extra 5 points of frost damage.
All right, 5 points of frost damage. You hit this thing. Like, it looks like that death door. You feel your instincts tell you you just almost had it. You just almost had it.
So close.
All right. So next up, Madeline. This thing is starting to drip disgusting smelling petrified rock out of it. It was eating something stone, and it's just dropping out of its mouth onto your head. Tink, tink, tink. And you're looking up at it. What do you want to do with it?
I will cast a chill touch.
All right. You're within 5 feet of it. It would be a disadvantage.
I will cast a poison spray.
Okay.
Spell.
Constitution 13.
All right. 18. I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
You want to stay right where you are?
Nope. Madeline is scared as hell, and she's gonna go back on the bridge.
So it will get an opportunity attack, just to let you know. Just 5 feet up here.
She's too scared. But
right.
shield's still up.
All right, so roll
Right?
for
Or is it till her next turn?
It's a reaction.
No, but it's not up anymore, but I have to cast it again.
Yeah, so roll. It gets a 13 plus 4, so that's...
Shield.
Shield, the 17, does that miss you or hit you?
With the shield, I'm fine.
Okay, so it misses you. It pecks out at you. It's upset that you've gotten away, and it swallows the rock it was chewing on before, and it's pretty upset. Kazani, it's your turn. You're up. You see this thing hovering just above. I'm not going to move everything too much, but you see it hovering 10 feet in the air. You see Jaeger looks like he's on a piece of rock that's about to be broken, and you see Madeline looking quite worried about this thing in her face, but she moved back.
How high up in the air is it?
It's just 10 feet.
Okay. She's going to do is, this is for flavor here.
Okay.
She's going to dash. She's going to climb up the rest of the way. 15 feet, move over towards where the bird is.
Okay.
For a creature.
Yep.
She's going to rip her robe off because she's actually got another outfit underneath and try to use it to distract the bird as she jumps up and hits it with the quarterstaff.
Okay, yeah, cool. Go ahead. You could easily jump the 5 feet to reach.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
Yep, easily. Or even strike up.
11?
11 just hit.
Okay. All right, D8. Oh, fuck you. 4 damage.
4 damage. All right, so how do you want to do this?
So
Finally.
So she runs over, her robe comes off, the 3-layer robe, and goes over the bird's head. And what you see is more of a ninja outfit under her clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes the staff and she hits it upside, like from the underneath, like pretty much aiming for its genital areas.
Okay.
And then see if she can, with the strength, like knock it to the ground.
All right, nice work. So you come up and you basically fuck this thing up and it drops to the ground dead. So we're out of initiative. Only one last thing have one more round. The girl that's blue, you guys who's up there, who's Madeline would notice, she casts a spell and the figure that was encased in stone turns into
A bird.
it's a bird.
Into a wild marsupial.
It turns
You
into the
wish.
guy you guys see. Click the link in chat. Into a tiefling with long hair, long red horns, dashing face, a nice suit, a black cloak, cards stuck to his waist, a sword, and a map, and a nice other sword in the other angle. So that's what you guys see over there. And you guys are out of initiative. Good job, guys. Very, very good.
That was harder than it should have been.
I don't like this.
I will get over to the rest of the party.
That
That is one thing I'm
encounter
going to
was
do.
considered very easy on D&D Beyond.
Well, they fucking lie.
D&D Beyond is fucking
No,
wrong.
I will say, the second that cockatrice shadows or rust monsters come up, fuck the, not very hard. It's bullshit. Challenge rating sucks because shadows, hydras, rust monsters, and cockatrice are fucking terrifying. No.
I was just hoping with the AC, but you guys are rolling so low. But to wrap this up, because I know some of you guys have to go work tomorrow. All right, so you guys go ahead and kill everybody here. You see this guy, he gets unfrozen.
We killed the deck master?
If you guys, I don't know if you guys want to roleplay the meeting him and everything, or do you guys want to cut here and pick up next week? What works best for you?
I'd rather role play.
I'm fine with
meeting
either
him.
way. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone notice my outfit change?
I mean, it's pretty dramatic, so I would say, yes, it's pretty obvious.
All right, so let me scrap out the share screen. Good job, though, guys. I mean, it took a little while, but I'm glad you guys got there.
I'm eternally crying right now. I'm like, holy fuck, we're gonna die.
That was rough. Holy
I
crap.
thought I was gonna drown.
I made it out of that with 18 fucking hit points left.
Yeah, I wasn't
was
worried
at
about hit
8.
points. I was worried about a peck. All right, I have plenty of hit points left.
Well, yeah, no, I
And then
was
the next
expecting to be
turn,
turned into
55.
fucking stone, to tell you the
Yeah.
truth, man.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
that's why I'm like, I need to get sightline and fucking inspiration.
Actually, part of what I was hoping was with her rose, because it was wet by the waterfall, she would have thrown it on your petrified body in hopes to heal it.
That would have been nice. To tell you the truth, my whole plan was, like I said, to break off a fucking boulder and just concrete shoo that bird into
But
hell.
The
But
problem,
then we can't carve it.
but here's
That's
the other
true.
problem.
That's true.
When it's
Oh,
by
yes,
the
that's what I'm going.
waterfall, it heals. When it's getting hit by the waterfall,
So it's just
great.
stuck in a perpetual state of
Mhm.
drowning, though, because it's
Yeah.
still stuck on the bear trap.
Until it gets out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be sinking rapidly. Wouldn't
Well,
it
you
just
guys
drown?
saw I had to roll for health, and it's not a crazy amount of health. You guys clearly could have did more. These things had HP in the 20s. Like I said,
Yeah, but what it would make me laugh because the thing starts drowning, and I get what he's saying, the infinite alive, because it just drowns. It sits there, drops to 0, goes unconscious, gets healed back up, immediately wakes up, and just continuously drowns over and
this is
over
not one
again.
of those creatures. This is not like certain creatures will have death saves to heal back up,
I
but that's
know.
not what we're doing here. And
Stop
you
being too
guys-
fucking funny.
Yeah, and you guys
Just a perpetual loop of.
All right, so let me get into character now. So you guys have just cleared out the field.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we're still recording.
Yeah, no, that's all good. No, you guys want to talk about, you guys have this death cockroach.
Edit and post.
You know that Kazani knows that there's something sparkling stuck onto the bottom of this thing.
So I'm gonna do is turn to Alexander.
Yeah, and I said I slowly approach across the bridge to make sure I don't fall, but get back over to the rest.
Alexander, if you could,
Yes.
since you are quicker in water, there's a shiny golden box down at the bottom by where the slug was.
I'm sure we can handle that, but I'll wait first for our guests to finish speaking with us. And I point out the two folks just a little bit away.
All right, so you guys all get together, Madeline, everybody. You guys leave the bodies be for right now. Do you guys make yourself across as this woman in?
I will not approach. I'm going to wait for them to come to us.
Okay, so she sits there as you guys watch. This creature comes out of being turned to stone, and he goes, and he just hugs her. He just instantly hugs her. Thank you for saving me. Thank you. I was a fucking fool. Like, you guys are overhearing that, and she pushes him back. Fool, it
Throws
wasn't
him in the
me.
water.
I didn't freaking save you. And she looks up and sees them. I think it was those folks over there. And she waves, hey guys. Thanks for that. And
Just
then,
gonna wave back. You're welcome for whatever.
and as that,
I punch Jaeger in the guts.
Oh,
and as she says that, and the guy brushes himself off, she kicks him into the water.
I actually clap at that.
As she does that, she jumps into the water, and as you saw from the picture, she just zooms and surfaces on the water away. And he's like, "Can I get some help? Can I get some help?"
Maybe,
I'm exhausted.
Alexander, you could get the box first and then get him?
Yes, I'd say just get a rope for him, and I'll go grab the box first.
hunched over. I'm gonna like just go. Oh. Okay, I'll help him. You go get the box.
Grab the body of the cockatrix as well. We could use it.
All right. So you going? So Alexander, you go into the body or to save him first? I wasn't sure.
No, first thing I'm going is for the box.
Well, he's going for the box.
I
I'm
told
going
him
to
to just-
save Mr. Drowning Boy.
So
Yeah, I
the
told him
box
to use
is
a
not-
rope to get him up.
Okay, so all right, so we'll do the box first. The box is actually stuck to the slug. She just
That's fine.
noticed it.
Hoods up, dive into the water.
So same thing as normal. Make a DC 10 after athletics. No, athletics check to see if you can pull this thing away and don't get stuck yourself.
You should have let me go down there with you. I could have just used the fucking Shadow Strike and broken the box.
14.
14. You
Really?
go down there and you. Oh, this fall. Shit.
Mr.
Go
Fell.
ahead, fix that.
10 seconds.
All right, so I'll switch over to you, James. You go across the bridge, and I'm guessing Madeline and Kazani goes as well.
Madeline's just gonna stay where she is.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
All right.
I'm gonna look up
Stay
at
near-
Madeline and be like, "You all right?"
I don't understand what just happened.
All right,
I
there we go.
think we almost died at least 5 times in the last hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pretty thrilling experience at times.
Yes,
And I punch you in the gut yet again.
It was a joke.
as I come up to
I
surface with
turned
the
to
box.
Jaeger and I said, some people are not used to fighting yet. So why not be a little more sensitive?
All right, I see your point. You have to
after
excuse
this
my
happened-
manners. I was born in the wild.
This guy's still just like.
Just watching the
As I
squabble.
sw-
He's just
as I
sitting there
sw-
floating like, you fucking serious?
As I swim up with the box, I'll gently push him towards the rope. And I'll go, anyone bringing down the rope?
I'll slide down the rope.
So you guys slide down the rope. He says, "Thanks, I'm not the greatest swimmer," and he grabs on. You guys are holding it. He comes on up. He brushes himself off, and pretty cool. His cloak, this dark cloak, just falls around him, and he's dry. It's pretty fucking awesome, actually. Kind of a cool display. And he's like, "So,
And not as cool as a display. And I prestidigitation myself dry again, too.
You gotta do it though, man, where it has more display, like more finesse.
Oh, no, trust me. It is the moment for my prestidigitation, the water hovers off and then just falls to the side.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. It's showy as fuck.
It's got like that Vegas water stream.
Madeline is doing the same thing, but she's doing it in such a quiet way no one even notices.
Nope. Actually, scratch that. Even more flavor. It floats off of me, and because of my tiefling's background with ice and everything, it turns to snow and gently falls.
he looks at, oh, impressive. Let me introduce myself." He bows. "I am Kaiba. They call me the deck master. And you are?"
The what, master?
The deck master.
Okay.
I will explain.
I thought he said something else at first.
Whatever floats your boat, my friend. I
Uh,
am Alexander Salazar.
Look, different strokes for different folks, mate.
not the dick master, the deck master. The deck, not dick, deck.
so you are in charge of a ship then?
No. There's many ships in this where I come from, but are you off this world or what?
I mean, we're sort of out of this world, if you know what I mean.
And another punch to the gut.
Braces his stomach.
Yeah, immediate no.
This time when she can't hit him in the gut, she side sweeps him behind the feet.
Son of a bitch!
Okay.
I like how your camera also moved right there when you did it.
It's really good.
Clearly, you guys are a lively bunch. Actually, before we get into too many questions, like I said, I am Kaiba. I am from this land. I've been here very long. I think we should start with names. You a lot to the bard. I could tell from the way you present yourself. Your name?
Alexander Salazar. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Alexander. He looks at you, Kazane. Cannot be sure what you are skilled at, perhaps, but who might you be?
I am skilled at the ways of killing, and that's all you need to know.
Well, valuable skills. You saved my life this day, and
The edge.
this
I think I cut myself.
he looks over to you, Jaeger, and it's like, well, you're a playful lot. Your name?
Jaeger.
Oh, okay, that was a very forceful way to say that, but okay, Jaeger. He puts out his hand to shake yours.
Go shake his hand. Like firmly grasp it. Hopefully not breaking it. And just shake him. Firmly grasp. Shatters every bone in his fucking hand.
And he looks over to you, Madeline, and can you just? You said you're wearing what are you wearing again? A dark clothing right now?
A dark dress. I'll put the picture up, but it has that little cuff of like silver feathers around it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I saw the picture of your character yet, so sorry about that.
No, it's no worries. I am Madeline. It's a
Well,
pleasure to meet you.
You're not there yet because you stayed over the other side.
Oh, sorry.
He looks over to like,
I'm Madeline.
If you help me out, thank you, miss. That's quite dark clothing for the day, but if you want to join us, feel free. My name is Kaiba. I am the deck master. There's probably as much I must explain. If you
go over there to try to help bring her over.
I'm gonna while we're waiting, I'm gonna go and retrieve my bear trap.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Whatever trap thing. I'm just calling it a bear trap because that's essentially what it is.
He goes to everybody. If you need a moment to gather yourself and heal up, if you go near the waterfall and just take a few moments, it will heal. It has some magical properties. It heals those who bathe in its rays while the rainbow hits it. That's actually why I was drawn to this location today, to find a new deck. But if you would like to take a moment to heal up, and if we might speak, I might need to inform you of this world and, well, why you've shown up here, in fact. So
Kazani is going to take 2 vials from her poisoner kit and try to bottle that water.
Okay, so you go up to the waterfall and you try to bottle up this water, and you easily do.
All right, so I do 2 little small bottles of that.
I'm actually gonna go up with my water skin, empty out the water skin, and then fill it up.
I actually had the same idea.
I was thinking about that immediately. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
So as you see, you guys, as you guys taking your time to do this, heal up to full. This is going to heal you up to full.
Yeah.
Take it. He screams, that won't work. It's the rainbow. It's not the actual water. You will just have water.
Well, either way.
Can you bottle the rainbow?
If you figure out the way to bottle that rainbow, you will be a wealthy man in this world.
Well, I mean, either way, it's fresh water compared to sea-logged water.
Yeah, the water is crisp and lovely. So, unless you guys want to role play anything, talking to each other, he's just sitting down, cross his legs, and just waiting to discuss everything with you guys.
So, can any of you lot with the magic kind of take that rainbow and capture it?
As of right now, I have no idea.
Splash, splash. Madeline's healing in the water. Not paying attention.
Splish splash, I'm taking it back.
Right on a Saturday night.
So at this point,
yeah.
I figured you guys would have set up like a rope by the middle rock to easily climb right back up, so you guys don't have to do the long way around and jump over the bridge every single time.
Madeline's just laying out like it's a lazy summer's day. It's just
floating
like
it's on the lazy river.
she's just like in shock, but she found like one respite, which is this water.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing.
Kazani
of course. Go ahead, Kazani.
Kazani sits cross-legged looking over. She goes, see, there are some things that are not always so bad when it comes to adventuring.
5 almost deaths and 1 heal doesn't really feel equal to me.
But think of it like this. You've got a great story to tell your friends when you get back home.
Exactly.
I had friends.
Well, either way, these are all experiences to make you stronger.
Very true.
You did good. All of you did good. He points over to the deckmaster. I mean, except for you. You are stone man. But it is besides the point.
Yes.
For a
Come
future.
on.
You were kind of paralyzed by fear over there, bud.
Did you guys see where the lovely lady went? The one that saved me?
She left very quickly. We were more worried about not letting.
She kicked you into the water and she dived in and swam
Yeah,
out.
she's mean, but she loves me. I know she loves me. She loves me. Yes.
Mm.
You have
Anyway,
a strange concept of love, but okay.
yes.
Love
We've
like
been
poison.
here for a
I've
very
seen
long
wild
time.
animals
Her
have a
name
better
is
concept of love than that.
Her name is Aqua. She heads the guild of where I'm from. We call it the Monstrum Guild. She's quite powerful, but she's a free spirit of sorts. She likes to stay away from town, and she knew I was coming here today to find a new deck. I am called the Deck Master, and if you say you're not from this world, which seen by the way you guys acted about the rainbow, then I would assume not. You must have come through the sea, the astral sea. Do you know of this?
I
If
know we took a trip on a boat, but I assume so.
you mean that's where the Kraken lives, by
Do
all
you
means,
mean the
yes.
giant fucking eye in the bottom of the two waterfall river?
Oh, that's exactly what he means. That's what they call it in books.
I don't know if a kraken you speak of, but there has been words of a whale that brings some to this plane. It's amazing. Some just appear, while others come from this the spring, as you see right here, or lake, or whatever you would like to call it. It's quite amazing. But I was drawn here for the first time to receive a new deck. I am called a deck master. In this world, in between worlds, we are called the discarded worlds. Monsters, creatures of all types, and even some humanoids who might have been experimented on, twisted by magics of other worlds. When they get discarded, for some reason they do not always just die, but they appear here. And just as you have killed it was around here somewhere. There was a worm with a body stuck to it. Did you guys eat that?
Don't worry, that is sleeping at the bottom of the lake now.
Yes, that thing. Was any of you bitten by this worm?
I look over to Kazani.
And she just shows her quarterstaff. You mean been like this?
Yes, it looks. Oh, the staff got bitten. Well, good news then. Yes, the worm is. If you've ever seen them in your world, they look familiar, but its bite is very, very different than maybe what you're used to. And if you've all survived to not getting bitten, then it's probably a very good day. And I've seen you have killed the cockroaches. The other one got away. It was actually two of them. I was distracted by Aqua. She came jetting through here, and I was standing a little too long admiring her beauty, and I got a little distracted, and they attacked, one after another, in fact, and I was stoned before I even knew it, and I am quite ashamed to say so, but I'm glad that you've aided and you've defeated my foe this day. I am the deck master, Kaiba, as I called myself, or at least that's what name I was given. I collect the decks of these worlds. You may not know what they are, but I will show you this one. This is a deck of Monstrosity. There are many of these decks, and the decks all reveal different secrets. One deck features the knight on the front, another a skeleton with a sight, one with a moon and two rabbits facing against each other, one a key with a mage holding up a key, staring intensely at it, and keys abound. Another is the void, where a shadow consumes a warrior. Then we have another with the Medusa, taking the head of its prey. We have balance, two sides of the same coin, but yet so close and different at the same time. And then there's talons, the talons of a bird's attacking a shield and a sword as they defend each other. These decks have many different symbols, and I will show you them one day. But for now, warriors who come from these other worlds, some come to fight, some come to escape. And as soon as you're warriors, you might become hunters here. But I live in a place called Pansport. It is not too far from here. I am one of the few that know the route out this way, per se. I was careless, and you might want to come back to town with me and see if you will be able to attune per se to a deck, and if see that is your calling, or maybe you'll just end up be sailors or workers like many others.
I'm sure that will probably be for the better. We need to make sure that we are not attacked such as you are while out here. So probably heading
Well,
back will end up being to our benefit, no?
yes. And would you follow me and we may talk as we go?
Sure.
Seeing that you have trouble paying attention to danger, why not?
Oh, I'm very aware. I was distracted. Have you not had a love in your life that takes your breath away and takes all your attention? Aqua, is that
Yes,
Never.
I took a life of its breath once.
I don't think that's what he means.
Yes, that is not.
Either
He's
way.
just gonna. Jaeger's just gonna be like staring a little bit confused, but like understanding somewhat.
He
Like,
looks over to you.
yeah, okay.
Look, do you understand love, Giga? Someone that they distract you from the task of hand?
I mean, growing up in the wild, you don't really meet a lot of people, but, you do you. Just don't be dumb enough to fucking turn into stone.
You say you don't meet a lot of people. Well, before I tell you more of my world, knowing you where you have come back will help me see if you are right for our world. Our world has, or I'll say our little village, has rules, laws like many others, and there are criminals, who like to come here and try to take advantage of the aid that, and the skills that we might have here. Tell me
Because you're
something.
not a criminal.
Say again?
Who's to say you're not a criminal?
Who's to say I am not? But I'm here talking to you. You've saved me. You're following me. Who knows where I might be leading you to? Maybe I
So-
didn't need more creatures.
You're not very
So
good at
are you a
convincing
criminal?
people, are you?
I am not here to convince you.
Madeline, if he was a bad person, he would have been able to protect his back and not be easily distracted.
Oh,
Because
she's got a point on that.
once one is distracted, they become easy targets, especially if someone's fully distracted by love. They're such wonderful targets to destroy.
Yes, love my weakness, but
Now, does this
to-
bro actually love you
oh
back, or is this just a one-sided type thing?
well, it's what, a century? 2? How long has this been going on? It's been a tiff to task. We have our playful ways. One day, I think I'm still very young. It's hard to remember, to truthfully.
I would like to roll an insight to actually see if he's fucking being serious about this, or if it's literally just him trying to mask. Like, yeah, no, I'm just secretly like stalking. That's a 1. It checks out.
Yeah. He clearly thinks that there's a back and forth between their love. Clearly.
Well, you go.
Can I slink over to Alexander and say,
17 for insight.
Okay, go ahead, Madeline. What do you want to do?
I go over to Alexander and just go, does that mean Zania likes Jaeger with all the punching that they just did?
For some relationships, yes. That is a show of affection. So, who knows? Maybe their love is just...
I don't know what relationship you're talking about.
Okay. Just asking. And I will slink away and then just watch Jaeger and Kazani.
Kazani got a 17 for insight.
All right, so on your insight check, on what he's talking about, what are you trying to insight? Or just if
Pretty much I want to
actually
see
loves-
what a love fool he is.
It's just insight.
Is he
with
like Bucky
everything.
level
No, we don't need to know if he's actually a good or bad
You
guy.
get-
Is he in
you
a
get that
relationship?
He clearly is somewhat infatuated by her. You just can't, because she's not there. You're not sure how much he's right about her returning the affection. She did heal him, and then he hugged her, and she kicks him into the water while hers back was.
It's just more information to.
So it's a
I
tsundere.
guess, somebody.
But as we walk, I just need a little bit about the world you come from. You say that they do not meet many people to love. You say Jaeger in the world. What is your world like, and why have you come here? Well, why do you know you've come here?
Me? I
Yes.
came to hunt monsters, really. I mean, that was what they told me in the guild, at least. My world was nice. It was big, full of lots of trees, lots of forest, huge thing of wildlife. Came from a small native tribe of elves. My mother was a Moon Elf father was actually a hunter, a human. Funny enough, kind of stumbled upon the forest one day and found me more, and you know, they made me. Time came for the trials of the tribe, and I was sent out into the wilderness at like the age of 2, and well, got found by a mother wolf, and apparently she took a liking to me and grew up getting raised by them.
Wolves, huh? That's a story. And he looks at you like a kind of eyes that he don't. He's saying 2 wolves. He kind of doesn't believe you, but okay on that part. All right, all right. What is your world called? Tempest.
Actually,
Yes,
I was
Tempest.
gonna say, yeah, Tempest.
Tempest. Yeah. All right. So he goes over to Kasani. What can you tell me of your world? If you all come from the same place, see if anything overlaps.
I come from Alabama.
My world, we are taught in the ways of deception and how to look like a woman that cannot do anything but obey the man. And when he's not paying attention, we kill him in the night.
This is the biggest side cockeye look. What the fuck?
I'm just staring like, okay.
He raises an eyebrow like, okay, but deception is a useful skill.
I came here for my master to better my
That's
master's
exactly
work.
what I was thinking.
What about you, the bard?
Well, for me, it's not a fancy story or anything like that. I was a sailor for many years. Worked on ship from ship. Did my jobs, learned how to sing and dance and entertain those I was around. Eventually, I took the time to get my land legs as well as my sea legs. And, well, hearing more bard's tales and dancing for crowds, you learn to fan your own reputation. And, well, I am looking to be a hero of tales and do good in the world. So when I heard there was an opportunity to start killing monsters to save people, I jumped on that opportunity.
So no one has sent you here. You've come of your own volition.
Of course, I did not know it would be through a portal in the astral sea, as you say, but I guess my tale can spread from sea to sea.
Well, this world is quite unique. It is linked to many other worlds for some reason, and many different worlds end up here. It's quite strange. There are not many who are actually born or native of this land, but end up here per se to glory, treasures, or whatever else they might seek. You, Madeline. You, yeah, he did know your name, Madeline. Who sent you here? Why are you here? You look quite young, but elves, I could tell, it's hard to truthfully know their age.
I come from our lands. My mom and dad. I had a kitten, and they sent me away because I tried to save him.
He raised an eyebrow. Why would somebody do such a thing? You tried to save your friend, a cat? What is so wrong about trying to save its life?
I try to bring him back to life.
Oh,
Interesting.
Well, some dabble in the art of death. It is a tricky magic. Were you successful with your cat?
I was, but everyone called me such terrible names.
Well, let me ask you this. Was the cat, was it more your servant, or was it back to its full abilities to think on its own, to do what it wants, or did it just obey what you commanded?
It wasn't my kitten anymore. It just...
You must be young in your ways. While you're here, you might gain the skills to... You might not be able to fix what's already been done, but you might be able to do it to others where they will come back to their full factories after some time and be able to live out a long life. I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm sorry that the people of the world that you once knew did not accept your skills as they might be. If there's anything you could take from me from truth, what I say, all of you, is in this world, skills of many sorts are valued heavily here. There are many needs for warriors, because once you're here, there's danger all about. Luckily, where we head now, it's seemingly protected. As we move farther away from the waterfall and more into the mountains, you will understand. And just to skip some stuff, that you guys are on this path. It's going higher and higher, and it's going up. And eventually, as he goes, he says, "I'm getting close to the location I felt of the new deck. But let me explain something to you. If you have come from the world Tempest, I have heard of this world. In fact, it's one of the first worlds I've heard of that have come here. There are the leader of this this village that we go to. We've called it the Hidden Village. She and her family are from Tempest. They've come here hundreds of years ago. They have established what we have now. They have built it up. And it's the first time I've actually met anybody else from Tempest, so this is quite unique. I'm not sure why it's taken a generation for more to return here, but it might be a sign of something to come. I'm not sure, but I don't know much about the Kraken that you speak of, but the decks, we will take you to my quarters, and I will see if one of the decks links to you. It will be an experience. But for now, let us go the path, and he walks up the mountain to this trail. There's forest on both sides. It's quite fucking lovely. There's ravines on both sides as you walk by that just goes down into darkness. And he eventually steps off of the path, and he says, "In here, this is where I felt the draw for the card." And he walks in there, and just sitting on the floor is a deck of cards. It's just it's a plain box deck. It just has well, you guys can't see it yet, but it just has white, looks like it's ready to open up. As you guys walk into this, the cards burst open. Like the deck just bursts open, and it just starts circling around.
I take a position fighting stance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, blades out.
So
Yep.
his eyes are, what is this? What is going on? I've never seen this before. And all the cards just start flying towards you guys. It's just like they look like they're about to attack you. Do you guys do anything?
I'm doing deflect missile.
All right, so you go.
I'm going to swing my sword, and hopefully it will slice the fucking
Oh
cards.
yes, same. It is just anyone's that are coming near.
I'll just hide behind the deckmaster.
So the cards come towards you, and they just go into your body and out, and then they just all start slowing down.
I feel
circling around
violated.
you. They lights up the deck. The deck floats up, and the deck splits into 4, and just all fly towards you guys, and just it goes inside your body. Like, what do you guys do when this deck just splits?
Once it goes to my body, I put my staff towards his throat. What did you?
Oh, same.
I'm
Blade,
literally going to
sword
just
pointed.
fucking shatter right at him.
No, this is new. Hold on, let me explain. Warriors who come here, they get to link to a deck, and if you complete the deck, you get something powers. No one has ever completed their deck, but the decks usually choose one master, and it's never split up before. But you are the first from Tempest. There are many other decks. I've never found a deck with anyone else as well. This is all new to me. I've never had a deck just empty itself and choose you.
So do you always violate your newcomers with a bunch of fancy parlor tricks and shove magic cards into them?
I do not know who gave me these powers. I've always had them. I've woke up here. Everybody roll insight check to see if you see what you get.
I don't believe it. Where's my die?
What kind of check again?
Insight.
Fuck.
13.
10.
10.
11.
15.
15? Okay, with a 15, he sounds like he definitely is telling the truth when he says that he does not know how he's gotten those powers. The rest of you guys just believe everything he's saying. Straight up, just like everything. For you, Madeline, you definitely think that he's on the up and up when he says he doesn't know how he got his powers. he's maybe not telling the truth to you about just waking up here and like he not knowing anything about his past. But he continues and says, I just read the cards and find the champions and give them their rewards. We were supposed to give, if you would have came back to my place, I would have introduced you to the statues and see if one of the cards would have called out to you. I've never had a multi-champion before. All I could say.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
You're sighing.
So as he's saying all these, the cards are still circling up, and if you guys all looking up, you can see all different types of monsters on the card.
Oh, I ain't looking. Our eyes are changing.
You guys see
Slowly opening bear trap.
Guys,
keep an eye-
he seems truthful. Doesn't seem like you've seen this before.
So what you guys see right now is the cards are spinning around you, and you see the cockroach. You see this bone creature that you met before. You see a young little bear type creature. You see this long lizardy electrical creature that looks humongous. You see a young kraken, and then
I see future events that are just about.
I see the future things that are about to fucking kill us.
I see my life flash before my eyes as each card goes by.
Exactly.
And then they attack
I see
my
myself
life
at 1
points
HP.
They attack my life points directly, banishing me to the Shadow Realm.
So in the 10 minutes, we're going to wrap this up. Yeah. So as this has happened, the cards slowly starts to turn clear and all start to go gray, and they just all fall to the ground. And the Hit Manager says, no. And he goes to pick them up. Just let me pick them up. Let me pick them up and see what's going on.
I'm letting him move, but my weapon's still trained on him. If he does
I'm going to
something
take
wrong.
my second weapon, my short sword, and just stab one of the cards on the ground and lift it up.
As he picks up each card, 20, 21, 24. Oh, the card is missing. Oh, okay, whatever.
You looking for this here?
You guys can't touch the cards. Like the cards, they all just went right through you. He seemingly.
So I can't put a short sword through it?
No, the cards. You guys,
fuck! All right.
You guys, when the cards went through you, they just go through you. But when he goes to touch the cards, he can physically interact with them.
I was gonna fucking take one.
And as he picks them up, the decks that were inside of you all flash back out, and then he just goes into his hand. And he's like, "Oh, it's back," and he puts it into the deck, and then he draws it out. Oh, okay. And now it's readable again to him. Huh? This is new.
Can you explain?
That belongs to you all.
You've got 5 seconds to explain before I go and kick you in that water again.
He laughs.
I have to agree on that one, actually.
He won't be kicked into the water. He will have his last breath here.
You're right. Reopens the bear trap.
He stops him. Just calm down. I know this is a weird situation. I will be honest with you. I am very much more powerful than all of you. I do not want to kill you. I do not want
Says
to hurt
the man who was trapped in stone.
I
and
know
can't swim.
pressure points to kill without leaving a mark.
Guys, can we just not kill
I just don't like
anything
being
else
violated
today?
by magic
I agree. I
temporal
don't want to
cards.
kill him, but
No.
we have a
We
situation.
almost died. He almost died. Some things did die. A lot of people died. Can we just find out what he's saying, please?
Fine, so long as he doesn't violate us with any more parlor tricks.
Look, do you feel fine? Does anything feels odd?
As
You
of
should
now,
feel
but I
nothing.
understand the magic.
I feel a bit hollow inside.
No.
Does it feel?
Yeah, so you guys feel fine, but you're not sure. You feel like any of you guys who've ever attuned to a magic item, you feel like you've just been attuned to something. You have a
There goes another slot.
Yeah.
no.
Well,
that's
I
the
feel like
thing.
a slot's been filled.
No slots are filled here. You have been attuned to an item, but you don't feel the restriction or the boundness as you've been felt before to said magic item. And as he holds this deck in his hand, you feel connected to it, like you're very present of where it is. He says, "Let me explain, and there's no need for violence. You saved my life. Or, well, you saved me from being turned to stone. I don't think I would have died. A little tip for you: if you get turned to stone by one of these creatures, in a day you will come back to life. Don't worry. I feel like I've become so numb." Wow. So he says, in a day you comes off. Basically, you get to pick your own decks, and you go out, you hunt the monsters, and as you hunt the monsters, you bring me back the decks. the cards of the monster you hunt, and I will be able to infuse part of the creature's soul into the cards. And he takes out a soul and he turns the back of it, and the back of the soul, the card is written some runes and has a picture of like what you would figure would be the universal symbol for a flaming soul. It imprisons their soul in this, and I could infer some of the power from the killed monster into the card. And let's just say the cockroach, maybe you will gain the power. Cockroach, maybe you'll gain the power to turn your foes to stone, or maybe flight. Who knows? I will not know until you bring me the creature's soul and return to me to take my time to infuse it together.
And how do we
Madeline.
know that? Oh,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Madeline,
No.
does this seem part of the necromancy that you were starting to learn of playing with the souls?
No, this is definitely different.
Give me an Arcana check, Madeline, to when you looked at the card and you saw the soul symbol on the back, to see if anything of the research you've read in your books could tell you anything about.
8.
Because I know I told them to gather the corpse of the cockatrice.
Yeah.
With the body, you cannot do a card now.
Yeah,
No,
and quick question.
Hmm?
How do we know that when we give you one of these cards, it ain't going to deform us, make us look like some weird, big-freaked monster like that thing?
Also very fair.
Well, you actually do not. That's the. I guess once you go into town, you will see there will be those who look like. Do you know what a frog is? I would hope your world has frogs.
A frog?
Yes.
I know what a flog is. I don't know what a frog is, but
Yeah,
I know what a frog is.
Frog.
Frog,
I'm
the
not saying
ribbit,
it
ribbit.
right.
Frog.
Frog.
How do I know my frog is the same
I
as
can't
your
understand
frog?
you with your crazy accent over there, mate.
I do not know, but they are little green monsters that are long tongue. They croak. They make a croak sound. You know what a croak is?
Oh, Frogger! I know what
Frogger.
Frogger.
Okay, if they call them froggers, your word. Anyways, you will meet warriors who are taking the appearance of a frog and other creatures while they use these cards. Not all cards will change your outwardly appearance, but it's simple. They're not permanent. You could only wield 2 cards at a time, and they will imbue some effects into you. And some cards are more powerful than others. These cockatrices are some of the weakest out there. And in fact, the bone worm has a quite interesting adhesive ability, and some of our warriors have ways of making those their foes stick to them. Some give them swims, some gives them flight, some give them burrow. You will have to see, but not all abilities change your outwardly forms. They might just enhance it. But normally these abilities last anywhere from an hour, 10 minutes, or even 24 hours. You activate the card, and the card cannot be used again until the next dawn. That's how they normally work. The cards can, however, be traded and given away to others, but in your case, mostly only one deck is meant for each other. So for you, it should be quite easily to select between each other without attunement. You'll be able to just take it off and trade it away without unattuning to the card to one's in your party. So if it does not work for, let's say, if you get flight from a cockatrice, maybe the flight will not work for you this day, and you pass it over to Alexandra, our cousin, or Madeline. You seem to like to keep your distance from others. I'm sure flight would be very useful for you, would it not?
I don't trust this.
Well, you don't have to trust it. If you do not want to do this, the town, we need sailors, we need hands at sea, we need people to do farming work. I'm not sure why you've come here, but if you're looking to fight monsters and adventure, there's work to be done here. But if you do not trust to use the cards, you actually do not have to use the cards. They are just part of the tools available to you. You're not needed to use them.
What do you guys think?
I think we should go to the town, check it out, and
Information is very valuable, so
I don't know. It
find
seems a
out
bit
more what's going on.
sketchy. But I
Well,
think maybe we should look into this.
Well, just to be frank, you guys all say you came here for power. Some of you to boost your skills. What I am offering you is the definition of power. That is why most are sent here because of the rumors. Very few will leave this place. I'll be honest with you. You will have to earn that privilege to have the ability to even get back to where you've come from. And you've said you've come here through a whale. I've never seen a whale, but still, if you maybe you have your own ways back. But the thing is, this place is different than most. Most try to complete their decks and take the power and move on back to their own home world. Some people's home worlds are worse off than others, and they choose to live here. But once you meet the village elders, they will surely love to meet you, as you're from Tempest as well, as some of them are. If you do not trust me, you may go about your own way and visit the rest of this world as you please. I will not stop you. But if you are, follow me to the village and we'll see what we can do to help you out and see what contracts await you from the decks. The decks are the masters of me and masters of this world in a way. I just do their biddings and deal out the rewards they offer you.
We don't really have any better options.
Yeah, I'd say this is our best way of getting home.
All right. So, I mean, it's not the best. I mean, you could go jump back in the water and see if you can swim back. He laughs. Just follow me. The village is this way. Be careful of do not fall into the darkness. Even I do not know where that ends.
Hello,
So,
darkness, my
so
old
to end it
friend.
out, guys, he takes some time and he show you one last picture and he leads you back to the village that looks like this. And we'll end it there. Screen share.
Oh, good.
Share. All right, you guys see that this says Pansfort Village?
Yep.
Yep, so you guys are going to be going here. You guys are going to be going to the back area where my mouse is, or it says 6 over here. You come into the back area, not the front area, and you guys could go on World Anvil. I'll link it in the chat, and you guys can go check out the village if you just want a little bit of idea what it is. It's not really huge spoilers. What the village has about, and some of the characters there. I've left off much of the spoiler stuff, but it's super, super fleshed out. I'll tell you that much. Plenty of stuff and hidden away, okay?
Yeah. All right.
So you guys walk into the village and you see it, and it's quite fucking beautiful. And we'll leave the rest for next time when you guys explore Pansfort Hidden Village. Thanks for playing, guys.
All right.
Sorry, I went a little long there.
Yeah.